on scrambles out of the pocket, which he's had a number of. So the quarterback is good. He's talented. He can sling it. He can run. They've got good skill outside, running backs. Defensively, I think schematically do a really good job trying to keep you off balance. And their kicking game has been very solid. So this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, Maliava is their quarterback. Coach, he's a big guy, but he's also very fast and very twitchy, is he not?
Very twitchy and a quick arm. And he took a lot of hits against Maryland. I know this is their 5th game in a row, I think. And so, they're a little beat up. They had some issues with their pass protection last week against Maryland. Quarterback took a number of shots.
Coach, as far as this defense is concerned for UCLA, is there a couple of key guys in this ball club you have to be really aware of?
I don't really look at it that way when I watch them. It's more about the scheme. And once you get out of normal downs, which for us is 1st and 10, second 1 to 6, once you get to 7+, you're basically dealing with 3rd down. And a number of different packages, a number of different looks, a lot of mugging of the linebackers, pressures, they can house blitz you, and then turn around and show house blitz and play Tampa 2. They try to keep you off balance, and they've done a nice job. They really have.
And they like to possess the football, obviously, from what you tell us in regard to the time, possession-wise. How do you get away from that as far as you're concerned?
First thing is on special teams, we got to be on high alert for fake punt, surprise kickoff, fake field goal. And secondly, we got to get them off the field on defense on 3rd down and 4th down, because they've been good on 4th down as well. And then offensively, we need to convert and move the ball and score touchdowns. So at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. It's the execution of it that's the most important thing.
Coach, we thank you very much for taking the time, and best of luck in this matchup with the Bruins.
Thank you, Don.
That's Kurt Signetti, and we'll be back with a scouting report on this UCLA ball club, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties in 3 minutes. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-BONE or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
And the Hoosiers score. This is Indiana football from Learfield.
We'll take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season. Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Credit Union. We
believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Welcome back once again to Merchants Bank Field here at Indiana University as the Hoosiers take on the UCLA Bruins this afternoon, a ball game that will kick off at 12:10. And obviously our scouting report, as always, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. And the scouting report today is done with the color analyst for the UCLA Bruins broadcast team. His name is Matt Stevens. He has been a quarterback and was a very prominent quarterback back in the 80s for this program, and without question knows this UCLA program frontwards and backwards. We had a chance to talk to him this week about his ball club. Here's our conversation. Well, Matt, first of all, congratulations on the turnaround for the UCLA Bruins. After an 0-4 start, you changed coaches, and suddenly it's a revival for your program.
Yeah, Tim Skipper's done a great job, the interim head coach. He's got new coordinators, of course. They got the whole team believing in him. But it's quite an accomplishment for him to turn it around from 0-4.
Without doubt, one of the keys for this ball club is Nico Iamaleava, who has played terrific football since the turnaround.
Yeah, Iamaleava, the one thing about him, he's so competitive. He wants to win so bad. And he has such a good skill set. It reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson, to tell you the truth. I call him Lamar XL, and he can do a lot of things, and he's going to be the guy, if UCLA has a chance to win this game, he's going to be the guy that has to have a good game.
Talk a little bit about the other parts of this offense right now. Talk about the offensive line, how that's been rejuvenated. Talk about the other skill positions.
Yeah, UCLA, they played last week, Maryland, without their two starting running backs. Javion Thomas and Anthony Woods, and they're very versatile backs. They can bounce outside. They have a lot of acceleration. But Jalen Woods and also Anthony Spears carry the load. But we're hoping to get those two guys back in the game. Also, the offensive line, moving Garrett DiGiorgio down to guard and Sam Yoon the center. They've been playing their best football of the entire season. And finally, this UCLA offensive line, they're getting a push at the line of scrimmage and doing a good job at the tackles position to keep Nico standing.
What about the wide receiver corps?
Quasi Gilmer, really the go-to guy. He catches in traffic. He's sort of the diva of all the receivers, but Mikey Matthews has been playing well, along with Titus Nokia Adamalala. He was the big receiver in the Maryland game that came up with some clutch catches to help on that last drive for UCLA to win it.
As far as the defensive side of the football, what's that look like now?
John Bonds, he's a leading tackler. He's all over the field. Anticipation, he can play the pass, he can play the run. He's really the guy that carries that defense. And I'm going to be watching how UCLA is going to get after Mendoza. Right now, they don't have very many sacks. They have to use blitz packages to get to the quarterback, so that's going to be interesting.
When you look at the defensive side of the ball, what's different about them now than what was at the beginning of the year when you were struggling?
I'm just going to be honest with you, bigger butts. They have three defensive linemen now playing at one time, defensive tackle, and that was the key. They needed to shore up the middle and stop the run, and that's what they've done with a more like a 5-2 scheme, adding bigger guys to the line of scrimmage and in that defensive front.
When you look at this matchup with Indiana, what do you see?
I see a really, really good quarterback and really two great receivers, probably the best tandem receivers, in the country. It's going to be raining, that might be in UCLA's favor, but still Indiana can run the ball, and then I see the defense is just off the charts. They're very disciplined, they swarm to the ball, they don't make mistakes. This is a team where, again, the cliche, you can't have any turnovers on the road, you can't have a lot of penalties, because if you do it, Indiana's going to take advantage of it.
And what's the key from UCLA's perspective against this Indiana ball club?
Just, shock and awe. Don't get scared, when you fall behind. You're going to be playing at a hostile environment. I think Indiana's going to be able to punch the ball in early, and you just got to sort of absorb the blow, hang in there until the second half and have a second half charge.
And that is Matt Stevens as we talk to him about this UCLA Bruin Ball Club here this afternoon on our Hunter Bloomington Properties Scouting Report. And with scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. When we come back, Buck Sora rejoins us as we continue to preview today's game, including the Indiana University Health Injury Report. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
This is Indiana Football from Learfield.
Attention Hoosier fans! Whether you're in town for a big game or reconnecting with old friends, the IU Hotel and Biddle Conference Center at the Indiana Memorial Union is your home away from home. Enjoy first-rate amenities in the heart of Indiana University. Experience the charm of College Town while staying just steps away from all the action. Visit imu.indiana.edu for more information. Go Hoosiers!
The 181st Intelligence Wing is one of the leading intelligence organizations in the Air National Guard. Located at Holman Field Air National Guard Base, Terre Haute, Indiana, the 181st Intelligence Wing supports contingencies around the world while ensuring readiness to support our local community and the great state of Indiana. Call 812-877-5200 or visit our website, Facebook, or Instagram for more information.
Once again to Merchants Bank Field, the Rock Memorial Stadium here in Bloomington, Indiana, taking on the UCLA Bruins today. An Indiana football team that is unbeaten at 7-0, and as Kurt Cignetti said, the new coaching staff is 3-0 for this UCLA ball club. As Buck, we talk a little bit more about this pregame today and about this matchup between these two ball clubs. But UCLA is a different football team than we saw at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they came and lost to Northwestern on his first game, where they're, I think the players and the staff was wondering what the heck just happened to us. They had a bye week. They got their feet underneath them. They figured out what Skipper was looking for. He was looking for enthusiasm and playing hard and new aggressiveness on both offense and defense. They bought in, and here we are.
Without doubt, Indiana has played tremendous football this season. I would argue that they played better than they did a year ago, not necessarily from a scoring standpoint, but just from an overall perspective. Would you agree with that? I think defensively they're probably stouter. It is micro improvement, I think, but I think there is improvement. Last year's football team was really good. Their schedule, they didn't play anybody that was very good last year. I think the Oregon win has made everybody look at them a lot differently. They beat a really good football team early. They're a good football team. There is absolutely no question they're one of the two best football teams in the country. When you look at this UCLA ball club and how they've changed, what's their personality now compared to what it was? Aggressiveness. First word out of into my mind is aggressiveness. They're playing very aggressive on offense. They're playing extremely aggressive on defense. A lot of different things. Just a whole freedom of movement now that they were before. Are they a difficult team to read defensively from an offensive perspective for Indiana? I don't think any more difficult than other people that do a lot of the linebackers sugar up and come back, but they do it. So it's a situation where you really have to do a lot of film study. Your quarterback's got to be on point after the ball is snapped. There's got to be some anticipation before the snap, but after the snap of the football, you have a very smart quarterback. Indiana has that in Mendoza. One of the things that Indiana will need to do today is to contain the quarterback. Iamaleava is really a critically difficult guy to deal with out there from a run-pass standpoint. Yeah, and Indiana's been able to do that pretty much because they are very multiple also. I mean, they rush 3, they rush 4, they rush 7, they rush 6. I would anticipate Indiana getting after UCLA with 5, 6 guys in the box. What that does is it really stops rushing lanes as well as getting to the passer. So I'm anticipating Indiana maybe putting a little more people in the box against both the run and the pass just to stop him from really taking right up the middle of the field and running the football. Do you spy a guy like this, like their quarterback? Do you spy have somebody in particular on him? Well, if you have somebody that can catch it, you do. Fisher would be the one guy you might want to, but then you're limiting on him on production too. Sure. So I think the most important thing there is keep your rush lanes tight as you can, get into the passer, whether you do that with 4 or 5 or 6. Keep everything in front, keep him bottled in, but don't go overextending and get lanes in the front in your pass rush where he can step up and take off. I would rather do that than spying, just because spying takes your guy out of what you're trying to do defensively. Does what UCLA do, what they do defensively, Buck, is that going to cause Fernando Mendoza some problems? I think it will initially, although they prepare so well. There's a chance you could get confused. He's only going to get confused if there's pass rush along with it. If he has time, he'll be able to figure it out. So they don't do a great job of pass rushing with 4. So if they can't pressure him, I don't think you'll have any problem. If they are able to pressure him, Buck, is it going to come from all different areas? Yes, it'll be from safeties and linebackers and all different areas of the field. I don't think the front 4, they got some really big kids up there that aren't necessarily pass rushers. They're doing that to try and help stop the run, so they're going to have to put some heat on him through linebacker and safety and corner blitz to cause him problems. Indiana's passing game is renowned this year because of Omar Cooper, Elijah Surratt, and of course Mendoza, who throws it to him. And E.J. Williams as well. We ought to throw him in there because he's a factor as well. But, Buck, what about the run game? And I've been so impressed with Himby this year, but last week I was impressed with Kalon Black, and then they brought in the freshman Martin, who comes up and plays very well as well. Yeah, I looked at the stats today. Black's got better stats than Himby. He's carried the ball more. He's got more yards. His average per carry is better. It is interesting. Himby is just kind of exciting. He's a whirling dervish kind of guy. Excites you, but Black is just sound, solid, attack you. Both of those guys can run the football. The offensive line has been spectacular. You talked about, is Indiana better this year? They are significantly better in the offensive line, and that's where they're much better this year than last. Is there a key in this game? I think turning the ball over for Indiana. UCLA steals, Coach Signetti talked about it, steals possessions with fake punts, fake field goals, all those kind of things, onside kicks, and they turn the ball over. So I think that's where it is. If Indiana can stay sound and protect the football, they got a really good chance of winning this football game, and I anticipate them doing that. Our injury report brought to you by Indiana University Health for the highest performing orthopedic care. Just visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho. In that vein, Indiana has only one player out for the, we don't know how long, but that's Kellen Wyatt, who obviously is a terrific player on the defensive side of the football, but he will not be available today. Other guys out, Bryson Bonds and Lee Beebe, they're out for the season with obviously season-ending injuries. So that's the story on the injuries here today. Before we go further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Football. And our pregame show has been brought to you by the IU Credit Union. We started a credit union and created a community. IU Credit Union, a proud partner of IU Athletics. We'll return for the kickoff and the starting lineups in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you... hey, wait a minute. Where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect tailgate snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section.
On the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
And it is a touchdown! The Hoosiers have knocked off the Purdue Boilermakers here at West Lafayette.
Hoosier football is on the air.
Breaks a tackle, down to the 5, touchdown Indiana! And how about that?
Brought to you by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information.
The celebration is on! Holy cow!
Kickoff is just moments away. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's Don Fisher and Buck Sewer.
Welcome back to Merchants Bank Field here in Bloomington. Indiana getting ready to take on the UCLA Bruins. Hoosiers have come out on the field. The Bisons roll me around out there in his motorcycle, and this ball game is about to get underway. It's time to take a look at the starting lineups for today's ball game. Incidentally, cloudy skies here today in Bloomington. 52 degrees our temperature at game time. Chance of rain today, about 55% during the game. I don't think we're going to see a lot of rain here this afternoon. That's the good news in everybody's department. So, the lineups look this way. First of all, for the Bruins of UCLA, Nico Yamaliaba is the quarterback. He's 6'6", 215, a redshirt sophomore from Long Beach, California. Running back is Jalen Berger to start the game at 6'1", a senior out of Newark, New Jersey, a transfer from Michigan State. The wide receiving core includes Quasi Gilmer. He's 6'2", a sophomore from Chatsworth, California. Rico Flores Jr., he's a 6'2", junior out of North Highlands, California. And Titus Mokiawa Atimolala is the other receiver. He's 6'1", 190, a redshirt senior from Iwa Beach, Hawaii. Try to say that name 5 times fast. The left tackle is Cortland Ford, 6'6", 315, a senior from Cedar Hill, Texas. Eugene Brooks is the left guard, 6'4", redshirt freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada. Sam Yoon is a 6'5", 315-pound junior out of Pasadena, California at the center position. Garrett DiGiorgio, he is 6'7", 320, a redshirt senior from Felon, California, right guard. And Ruben Unije is 6'6", 315, a redshirt senior out of Bradenton, Florida, a transfer from Louisville. Hudson Habermill will round out the starting 11. He is 6'7", 245, a senior from Roseville, California at tight end. For Indiana, this is how they will line up today defensively. Mikhail Kamara, 6'1", 262, a redshirt senior from Ashburn, Virginia. Hosea Wheeler at 6'3", 298, a redshirt senior from Elk Grove, California, defensive tackle. Tyreek Tucker's the nose guard, 6 foot 302, a redshirt junior from Norfolk, Virginia. And the defensive end today is Stephen Daly at 6'1", a senior out of Winchester, Virginia. Aiden Fisher, Elijah Hardy, and Devin Boykin. Fisher from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Hardy from Lakeland, Florida. And Boykin from Greensboro, North Carolina are the linebackers. D'Angelo Pons at 5'9", a junior from Miami, Florida. And Jamari Sharp, 6'1", a junior from Miami as well, are the quarterbacks for Indiana. And the safeties are Amari Farrell, 6'2", junior from Lake City, Florida. And Lewis Moore, 5'11", senior out of Mesquite, Texas. So that's how they'll line up defensively for Indiana. The Hoosiers do win the toss. They defer. UCLA will receive, and they go left to right on your radio dial to start this ball game here today. Buck, really not much wind up there. It is blowing the flag a little bit up here high. But I don't see it just keeping those flags straight out, so not much of a factor.
Well, it is pretty swirling. You look at it, it's blowing north and south, but it looks like it's coming from the east. So it's a little bit of a swirling wind. We'll see how it affects anything. Nothing has affected Indiana's kickoff all year long, so I'm not anticipating. And if there is a wind, it's behind the Indiana kicker in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Sold out here again today. A lot of the fans still piling in here as we speak, and we're about ready for the opening kickoff.
And the T-picker-upper will be early in this game. I'm looking forward to their performance today.
Back deep for the UCLA Bruins on the kick return. It looks like Anthony Frias is out there. And we know Anthony Woods is not playing today. He's one of the players for them that's not involved in action here this afternoon. Kick return. The kick man, Brendan Franke, bounces it down the field. It's picked up at the 10-yard line and up the field to the 25, to the 26 or 27, and that's as far as they're going to go. Quentin Clark is the man who made the stop on the play.
The kicker's down,
Brendan Franke is on the field at about the 38-yard line and just laying there.
And that's why that kickoff was so bad. He must have hit his plant foot and exploded on him.
I think you're right, Buck.
The two picker-uppers were unbelievable today. Two number ones, young kids, in the midst of an injury on the field. What a great performance for them. But he is not looking too good walking off.
No, he's not. He's limping. He's walking off under his own power, but he is limping pretty badly.
You talk about a non-contact injury.
No kidding.
That thing, he fell right down after the kick. I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Here's Iamaliabi, who is taking the snap, looks to throw it, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to go to the ground. They sack him on the first play. Well, actually, he's still on the move. He actually gets it back to the 25-yard line. He is a big guy and hard to bring down. Mario Landino finally gets him to the ground, but he loses 2 yards on the sack. It's second down and 12.
They just overpowered the front three, linebacker and center. They just ran right through him to the quarterback. He had no chance. It just showed you how strong that dude is. He was carrying all 4 defensive linemen for Indiana for about 3 yards.
Jalen Berger is the running back alongside Iamaliabi, and he awaits the snap. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. He's going to throw it this. It's picked up by Aiden Fisher. He's going to go the distance. Touchdown! And immediately Indiana tremendous play. Aiden Fisher picks off the pass and runs it in the end zone for a touchdown, and Indiana takes the lead.
Yeah, that's scouting report right there. They blitz the linebacker from UCLA's right, put pressure on the quarterback. Their reaction to that is a slant on the backside. Fisher, instead of looking at any chance of run, ran right underneath that slant, and Nico threw it right to him for the score.
And here comes Nico Radicic for Indiana. A 25-yard touchdown return by Aiden Fisher on the interception. The kick is up. It is good. And Indiana jumps out in top. And only 57 seconds have gone by in this football game. Indiana throws them for a loss on the first play from scrimmage. On the second play, they intercept, and Aiden Fisher takes it the route for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Indiana. Timeout on the field. Back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Merchants Bank is a unique bank and has a proven track record as one of the nation's top performing banks. As rates move up and down, our rates are always at the top. At Merchants Bank, what you see is what you get. A great rate. Earn 4.00 APY on all money market balances. No gimmicks or hidden fees. Hop on over to where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Merchants Bank, an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Member FDIC. HopOnover.com.
And the Hoosiers score.
This is Indiana football from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Welcome back to the Rock Memorial Stadium as Indiana comes up with a touchdown on the second play of this football game. From scrimmage as Aiden Fisher picks off a pass by Iamaleabe and comes up with a tremendous interception for a touchdown run of 25 yards in Indiana. Jumps immediately on top.
Yeah, and again, we don't have to wait for a defensive score today. Thank you, defense. Jumps right out in it. Just a great game plan, though. They knew that hot route was that slant on the backside, and Fisher, because the linebacker blitzed on the other side of him, went right underneath that slant and was right there, and then had to make the catch because that ball was thrown pretty quick. But again, Indiana put pressure on him there, too. I mean, he was right in his face on that throw. Indiana dominating this line of scrimmage after 2 plays?
Yep, 2 plays.
They're 2 for 2.
And Quinn Warren is the new kicker for Indiana on the kickoff here. Obviously, he has been around. This is his second season. He boots the ball high and end over end, and Kyle Miller retrieves it 2 yards in the end zone. He's going to run it out. He's out to the 15, and he gets hit. He goes down at the 18-yard line. Devin Boyd. second came down at special teams, puts him down after a 17-yard return, and they're going to start from their own 18-yard line with the second drive of this ball game. Miller is one of those guys that we have him on the roster. He has not played much this year, but he's getting an opportunity today with UCLA.
Well, he made a huge mistake. Caught the ball about a yard in. That's okay. And then he hesitated at about the 6-yard line. You hesitate at kickoff return, you got nothing.
Two receivers, one on either side. Here's a handoff right up the gut. This is Berger, and Indiana puts him down on the ground after a 2-yard pickup on the play. It'll be second down and 8 as Indiana's defense swarming here early. Lewis Moore made the stop in the play, and he gets up a little slow and a little bit limpy as he moves back out there. Actually, that was Aiden Fisher who was a little bit slow out there. So he got dinged a little bit.
Well, there was 9 hats in on that tackle, so I think you're right about swarming to the football today.
Second down and 8. Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Does so. Looks to his left. Has time. Throws a bad pass. That was way incomplete. Intended out there for Jalen Berger, the running back. Mikhail Kamara was putting the heat on that time. Iamaleava had to get rid of it quickly, and it's now third down and 8.
Yeah, the offensive tackles, although they're other guy, analysts said they were playing pretty well. The 2 tackles from UCLA, in my opinion, have really struggled. Indiana's got to take advantage of it. So far, they have pressure again on Nico.
Our top receiver, Gilmore, is wide to the far side of the field, to the near side. Here's the snap. Iamaleava fires it down the field. Again, the incomplete pass. And the man that was out there trying to receive it was Rico Flores, and he's down on the ground. And Jamari Sharp was out there defending on the play, but again, we've got a receiver for
this is an official's timeout for
UCLA. And so this is an official's timeout, so the red hat does not move out there. We're going to wait to see how long it may take to get him off the field. But the red hat's not there just yet. While we have just a second, looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start, call the trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics. Now they get him off the field. He looks to be okay, I think. At any rate,
got squeezed by 2 safeties on that throw. Tried to throw it into really double coverage and nothing there, and he got banged up just a little bit after the throw.
Punter is Will Carroll, a 6'4" junior out of Sydney, Australia, a transfer from Tulane. And back deep for Indiana is Jonathan Brady. He is dangerous out there as a return man. Here's the snap back. Punt is on its way. A nice spiraling kick, driving Brady back to his 31, to the 40. He's up to the 45, the 50. Oh, man, he can't. Close to, and we got a flag down, 2 flags down, and we may have a block in the back here by an Indiana football player. Hudson Habermill is the man who comes up. He's a tight end in this team. Their starting tight end on special teams. He was the guy who makes the stop on the play. Couple of flags down. Return was 24 yards by Jonathan Brady, and that guy is dangerous. But here we go.
Return. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 18. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Indiana.
They're going to call that against Solomon Van Horst. And so they will walk this thing over, and Indiana's field position will still be good at the 35-yard line. So that's where the Hoosiers will take over 1st and 10. And Fernando Mendoza, the offense on the field for the first time.
Low driving punt there that gave Brady a chance to really I don't know that punt was, there's only one defender over there. Too bad they held him there because there was only one against two blockers for Indiana.
3 receivers for IU. In the backfield, Roman Himby. Here's the snap back and a little throw out here to the sideline. Elijah Surratt makes the catch and he's brought down immediately, but it's about a 5-yard gain. Roderick Pleasant makes the stop on the play and they're going to mark the ball at the 45-yard line.
Indiana has been tremendous on first down all year. Their second and third downs have been really manageable. Part of that is that just that little out route on first down they throw, they get some significant yards, so they get some in a second down they can handle.
Cooper. And Charlie Becker are in the ball game as wideouts to the far side of the field. Surratt near side. Here's the throw out to the far side. The catch made by Becker. He's got a first down and then some as he crosses the 50-yard line down to the 48, make it the 47 as Andre Jordan Jr. makes the stop on the play, but Indiana moves the chains.
UCLA is going to have to pressure those outside receivers and at least give the look they're playing tight pressure on them, because if not, Indiana will take that short throw on first and second down and just destroy them with it.
Charlie Becker comes off the field. Surratt to the near side, as is the slot man, Omar Cooper. And Fernando awaits the snap, gets it, hands the ball to Roman Himby, but there is no place to go this time as they stop him for basically no gain, about a half-yard pickup. Gary Smith, the third, makes the stop for UCLA.
They're stout up front on defense. Those guys, they're all 300-pounders. There's 3 of them. They can really handle the run if you don't mix it up. That time, the corner pressed the wide receiver, couldn't get the short throw. Puts Indiana in a little tougher second down here.
Himby is now a running back, and he just joins Fernando in the backfield. E.J. Williams now in the ball game. As a receiver, here's a throw to the sideline, and Omar Cooper had that one thrown ahead of him, and it was a quick throw by Fernando Mendoza. He just didn't get it in the right spot.
UCLA brings 5 guys in. That time, that Himby just lines up out there. It's kind of a man-to-man check. He comes back in to see what they're in coverage-wise. That time they tried to throw the wide receiver screen. UCLA had too many people over there. No chance.
And Himby again leaves Fernando in the backfield, but now he joins him again.
Man-to-man check.
Here's the snap back. Fernando Mendoza rolls to his right, going to run it himself, takes it up the field, spins his way, and he breaks it for a first down, and then gets it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Lawrence Keefe finally makes the stop. A 16-yard gain, however, and a tremendous run by Fernando after it looked like he might be brought down early.
Yeah, and UCLA had a spy on him. We talked about a spy early. Don, once you beat that spy, there's nothing behind it. Good run from Mendoza.
They go quickly. Here's the snap to Fernando. Looks to throw it again. This time he's going to throw it away. He had no choice. Pressure was coming.
That's close. That's close to being not being out of the box there.
Yeah, you're right. It was very close. He did scramble for a couple of steps, and then he let go of it. Keelan Black is now in the ball game for IU as Himby comes to the sideline.
That probably should have been grounding. He's not outside that tackle box on that one.
Second down and 10. Cooper wide to the far side of the field. 2 receivers to the near. Mendoza ready to take the snap. Fires it over the middle. Ball is knocked. It's picked off. Intercepted. And Fernando Mendoza makes the tackle on the play. Scooter Jackson is the man who picked it, and suddenly UCLA gets a little life as they get an interception. And that's a rarity. I think just a third of the season.
They have not had, UCLA hasn't had very many either. And Mendoza has really taken care of the ball. Of course, it's a tip there, so that changes everything. And again, UCLA with good field position now.
So all of a sudden, everything changes. It can happen in a football game in a blink. And right now, with 10:42 to go here in the first quarter, Indiana leads UCLA 7-0. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit NeilTire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Welcome back to the Rock Memorial Stadium, where Indiana right now is leading 7-0, but just threw an interception. Fernando Mendoza trying to take it down the field. Ball was deflected, and it was picked off by Scooter Jackson to UCLA. And now the Bruins have good field position to start this drive. They'll be at their own 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Both defensive fronts are stepping up today. UCLA stopped the run. They've had a couple of pressures on Mendoza. He's made some things happen with his legs to save him a little bit. The only thing Indiana's been able to do is a couple of short throws and then a really good effort by Mendoza. UCLA, for 2 plays, has gotten absolutely nothing. So 7-0 Indiana, but offenses are not doing a whole lot. Of course, it's very, very early. Indiana has dominated this thing on their side of the ball defensively.
Smithville connects Hoosiers at home and at work through internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. Well, right now, Iamaliava comes back out on the field with the offense for UCLA. We'll check to see who the running back is. This Kyle Miller kid, they're going to play him some today at running back as well. And it is Javian Thomas in the ball game now. They move 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Iamaliava, and ready to take the snap. He's going to hand it off, and there's going no place. Another really good job stopping the run that time. Dominic Radcliffe comes up and makes the big hit and brings down the ball carrier. So UCLA going nowhere fast either. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, an option play by the quarterback. He misread that. Daly closed in on the running back. I think Nico's supposed to keep that on that option unless they're not running an option, just handing it off. But Daly was able to close on that and really squeeze it.
Iamaliava awaits in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Man comes in motion. Here's the snapback. Iamaliava rolls right, didn't chase. Got away. 40. Throws it down the field. Catch is made. Nice job by Rico Flores Jr. to make the grab. And they pick up a 1st down with about a 12-yard pass play as Lewis Moore makes the stop for Indiana.
He's the scary part of this offense. You see how tough he is and how fast he is on 2 plays today. He outran a really good player to get to the corner and made a nice play.
Berger is the running back alongside Iamaliava. They switch over 2 receivers far side. They move another guy to the near sideline. That is Jack Peterson, the tight end. Here is the snap. They hand it off, and again, Indiana stuffs the play. Another really good job by the Hoosiers as Tyreek Tucker comes up with that catch, and they drop him for a 4-yard loss, a 3-yard loss, I should say. No, make it 4. It's second down at 14.
Good movement by the defensive line. Of course, they're always moving. They're always trying to get in a gap and getting upfield. Again, this interior for UCLA, I think, is questionable. Indiana is dominating right now.
They send 2 receivers to the far side, Flores and Quasi Gilbert. Gilbert, their best receiver. Berger is the running back. Here's the snapback. Iamaleava looks to his left, now rolls to his right. Getting chased. And going to be put down at around the 42-yard line of Indiana. 41 is where they'll mark him out. Tucker again, the man putting chase on him. And now it brings up a 3rd down. And I think they're going to say somewhere around 7. Yep, ball is going to be marked at the 41-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Too much time there. He had a lot of time in the pocket, got flushed, and then a strong finish to that run again.
UCLA huddles up this time. They sent 2 receivers to the far side. Flores being one of them. The other is Mokiawa Aptimalala. Here's the snap back. Iamaleava throws it downfield, batted away. Nice job defensively. And D'Angelo Pods makes the stop on the play, or at least the stop, I should say, the bat away, as he knocks that ball to the ground. 4th down.
He just not give up any cushion there. Stayed right on his hip. Was able to really come out of that, break fast, got a hand on it. You know, I don't know why you want to test him. Everybody kind of tests him early to see if it's true. They find out it is, and then he doesn't get many mentions after that.
Will Carroll is the punter, and he is one of those guys from Australia. Very good at placing the football. They run up to the line of scrimmage. Carroll, that's a quick snap. They're going to go on the fake and now reverse. Down the field, and the ball, got him away. They throws it down the field. Incomplete. So Indiana stymies the quick reverse play that they had. A direct snap to the guy that was the short man looking to block. He takes the snap of the football. That's Mikey Matthews. And then he got it picked up. I shouldn't say Matthews took it. It was actually another guy that pitched it out to Matthews, and Matthews got put down on the ground.
Yeah, they snapped it up short, then they had a reverse going. He was going to throw it, left-handed kid. Nobody open downfield. Indiana, again, high alert on all punts, especially in that area. You don't do anything there but high alert, and Indiana stuffed it.
So Indiana does the job. They get the football back, and they'll have good field position to start when we come back, as the offense will be back on for IU. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tired Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
This is Hoosier Football from Learfield.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score. No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Field here in Bloomington, Indiana. Indiana University leading the UCLA Bruins 7-0 with 8:06 to go here in this first quarter of play. And Buck, a little bit of razzle-dazzle on the part of UCLA did not work.
Yeah, they're trying to steal possessions as much as they can. You know, whenever you get that, you're on the other side. Indiana's thinking, well, they don't think they're good enough to beat us, so they got to trick us. That is a real thing mentally for a football team. And when you stop them, it builds you right up because you're ready for it. And then they say, well, they can't beat us regularly. They got to trick us, and they can't trick us. It really gives you a boost mentally. See how Indiana responds here offensively.
8:06 to go here in the first quarter. Remind everybody that Hoosier football fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of IU football. Let's go Hoosiers, SeatGeek. Indiana comes to the line of scrimmage. Fernando Mendoza in the backfield. Kalon Black along with him. Here's the snapback. Handoff. Goes to Kalon. Finds a hole left side. Pops through. Down to the 40-yard line before he goes to the ground. They'll mark him down at the 39. But another nice 20-yard run by Kalon Black. Cole Martin makes the stop on the play. Indiana 1st and 10 at the UCLA 39.
This is zone play to the left side, right between the guard and tackle there. Found a seam. And again, he hits it full speed on every carry.
Williams Cooper both split to the far side. Near side comes Surratt. Here's the snap back. Mendoza back to throw. He gets it a long bomb down the field. Incomplete. A little bit wide, and the receiver, E.J. Williams, could not get past the defender on that play to get around him. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was a line drive throw. You got to get some air underneath there. That was a line drive kind of low inside, like a fastball low and inside. Showed off his big-time arm again, but got to have some air there. Let the receiver adjust to that throw just a little bit.
Becker and Brady are both in as wide receivers to the far side of the field. Here's the snap and the handoff. Goes to Kalon Black. He pounds his way up the middle. He'll gain 3 on the play. And it's going to bring up Keanu Williams makes the stop of the play. It brings up a 3rd down and 7 now for Indiana.
One thing that I haven't talked about, but Indiana comes off the football in the old school way with what we used to call flat back. You know, there's no positioning going on. Their backs are flat. They're coming off. They strike blows coming off and almost invariably start with a 3-yard advantage.
Fernando has 3 receivers far side, 1 near. Here's the snap back. Mendoza has time this time, looks. Now he starts, moves again, fires the football. He's got a man, and he's got E.J. Williams down to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. And he gets knocked down there, but Indiana comes up with another huge play. This one a 30-yard explosion. And that IU first down is brought to you by Cassidy Electric.
Yeah, UCLA in 2 zone right there. 2 deep halves, a lot of underneath coverage, but Mendoza had so much time he was able to buy a little bit more. Scrambled a little bit to the left, and then E.J. wide open in the middle of the field.
Hemby is back on for Indiana. Ball's at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for Indiana. Hemby to the right, everybody in tight this time with the exception of Omar Cooper. Now he goes in motion. Here's the snap back. Mendoza hands it off, and Hemby trying to find a hole. Can't find much of one as he carries for a couple of yards on the play. Be a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 4.
Yeah, he hit it in there over the left guard. Moved his feet just a little bit outside to find a little bit of a seam. But UCLA is being stout up front, and they are rotating guys in. 2 more coming in and out for UCLA.
And now Mendoza sets him at the 4-yard line. Hemby to the left of Fernando. 2 receivers near, 1 to the far. In motion goes Cooper to the far side. Here's the snap. Handoff. It goes to Hemby. Pounds his way forward, gets it down to the 1-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 1. So Indiana knocking at the door once again. Can they knock it in?
Indiana bringing in some big people. Another offensive tackle. Looks like they're going to pound it in. We'll see if they pound it in or not. They got big personnel in there. A lot of times you bring that big personnel in there, give the run look, and then play action for an easy score on 3rd down there.
They actually spotted the ball at the 2, so it's 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Fernando under center. Big I formation. Here's the drive, and Hemby pounds his way forward. Does he get it in? No signal from the official yet. They're going to have to unpile to see if he got it in across the goal line. We'll see.
They don't like it early. UCLA thinks they held him.
And apparently they did. They spot the football, just inside the one. Actually, I thought it would be just shy of the goal line, but it's back there almost to the one.
Yeah, the official on this side, they're going to look at this again. The official on this side had it about 6 inches short.
The runner was down short of the goal line. The play is under further review.
So we're going to find out. They're going to review it to see whether or not it's going to be 4th down or a touchdown.
We got Jake back here who's 1 for 7 this year on calls. He's taking a look at it, but no report from him yet. All right, are you giving a touchdown to that? All right, we got a touchdown call from a 1-7 guy, so we'll see.
Check out the great menu at Hoosier Hanks, including pizzas, smash burgers, wings, and their mouth-watering steak sliders. They also have big screen TVs, a private party room, beer, wine, and 10 cocktails for under $10. Hoosier Hanks located at 1285 South College Mall Road in front of the Kroger, and HoosierHank.com. And the host, of course, for Inside IU Football with Kurt Signetti, as it will be for Inside IU Basketball with both Coach Darren DeVries and Terry Morin this coming fall. So Indiana right now with a 7-0 lead. 4:13 to go here in the first quarter. Timeout on the field for review. And the referee still taking a long look at it down there to see whether or not he thinks Indiana got the ball into the end zone. Where they spotted it, Buck, is not even close to the goal line. When I say not even close, it's inside.
Not as close as it was.
Yeah, about two football lengths away.
Jake thinks we have a surfing touchdown.
So he's saying that there's somebody underneath Himby, huh?
Yeah, a surfing touchdown.
There we go.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. The ball short of the goal line.
1 for 8. 1 for 8. No surfing touchdown.
It's been a bad year for Jake.
Well, it's okay if he scores here. I'm not giving him anything. He's 1 for 8. That was going to be nice, but why change now?
So the ball just inside the one. Indiana lines up quickly. Fernando Mendoza ready to take the snap. Hands it off. Himby into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana. And that time, the offensive line opened a huge hole. I don't think anybody laid a hand on it.
Yeah, I think UCLA lined up wrong. They had a big gap on that right side of the Indiana's offensive line. He just ran right through it untouched. It's hard to run untouched inside the 1 yard line and the goal line. Almost impossible, but he just ran untouched through that. I wouldn't say it's very stingy defensive line, but it wasn't on that play.
Niko Radicic on to attempt the extra point kick. Langston will snap it. And here's the boot on its way, and it is through. And Indiana jumps out to a 14-0 advantage over the Bruins of UCLA. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play. We'll keep it here this time, and we'll let everybody know that a new season of Indiana basketball is about to tip. The Hoosiers will be in action tomorrow at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, facing the Baylor Bears in an exhibition contest set for a 1 p.m. tip-off. We'll have that broadcast as well for you coming up tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Will be tip-off time. We'll be on the air at 12 noon with our pregame show from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. And, of course, there are still tickets available on sale now through Ticketmaster.
That's kind of a new deal this year. People are playing some serious exhibition games. It used to be, Marion and somebody else. Now, Baylor?
Baylor this time, and last year was Tennessee in Knoxville.
I mean, things have changed a lot in exhibition games. Kentucky, Purdue last night. I mean, you can find out where you are pretty early in these exhibition games now.
Well, I would bet money that Matt Painter probably wasn't as disappointed in his basketball team as the fan base for Purdue was after being named number 1 in the country.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with doing that, because Matt's still working on stuff, Purdue's still working on stuff.
Exactly.
It's not a real game, so you're trying to figure it out, but everybody else is looking at it going, geez, they're not even close to Kentucky. How can they be number 1? Well, okay. Let's just play them out. And you know what? All that other stuff, let's see what happens in March. Everything else, doesn't really matter yet.
It really doesn't. You're exactly right. Yeah, everybody's got their opinion. There's a saying for that one. I won't tell you what it is.
I don't want to know.
Shouldn't be on the air.
Okay.
Therefore, I will not do it.
Or and that's what, the preseason things in football have been just destroyed this year.
No question.
This year has made a point of let's not talk about anything poll-wise until after 4 or 5 games, and then we can figure it out. But preseason polls this year in football have been destroyed.
Reed and Schultz Trial Lawyers, where injury law is their field and justice is always the goal. We're here for you when accidents happen and it matters most. Bloomington, Indianapolis, and at greenschultz.com.
Now, you mentioned Fisher came off a little bit gimpy. He's on the sideline without a helmet right now. And we'll see how that progresses. He's moving around. He was the first guy to meet the offense after they scored, but he does not have a helmet in hand.
So we will see if Aiden Fisher is okay. I hope that's the case, and they may just be cautionary with him right now. Isaiah Jones, I would assume, takes his spot out there.
Well, that's where they've been rotating that spot.
And Jones has been terrific all season long.
Absolutely. Those 3 linebackers, you can't hardly tell them apart.
And he does a lot of the work on special teams, too. Jones we're talking about. Bones Jones, they call him now. That's what Brian Haynes calls him. And that's kind of stuck. He likes it.
Bones Jones, huh?
Bones Jones.
It sounds like it should be pretty obvious, but I have not heard it before.
Kyle Miller is the man back deep for UCLA to return this kick. And here comes the boot by Quinn Warren. And that was going to be at the 5-yard line. Here comes Miller at the 10, 15, and then he goes down at about the 18-yard line. Indiana's coverage, Buck, is tremendous.
Yeah, it's really, they don't expect the ball to be returned very often. They haven't had many opportunities, and maybe that's why, because they smother people when they do return it.
Clay Cotter came down at special teams. He's a young redshirt sophomore from Boonville, Indiana. He's been in a lot of special teams plays this year. So right now, Nico Iamaleava is the man quarterbacking this UCLA ball club. Jalen Berger normally is the running back. I think Javian Thomas might be in there now. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. And the man who carries the pigskin this time is Anthony Frias, the second. Another one of their running backs. Tyreek Tucker makes the stop in this play. Gain is a short 2 yards. It's second down and 8.
They ended up with the 2 backs in that situation. Rotated a guy, motioned a guy into a tailback where Frias is playing fullback. Frias is a guy that hasn't played very much in his career, has had 2 or 3 spectacular runs the last 2 weeks. He's just a try-hard guy. Not a lot of physical gifts, but boy, he gets after it.
Thomas and Frias both left the field. Here comes the snap back. Iamaleava wants to go, throws it left side, threw it away. He was trying to hit Jalen Berger out of the backfield, but he threw it behind him, and there was no chance for anybody to catch that thing.
Yeah, if he threw it to him, he was going to get blown up by the corner on that side. There's nowhere to go. I'm counting these guys in red. It looks like there's 13 out there, but there's only 11. They are all over the place. They're playing great defense.
UCLA is 0 for 2 on third down conversions. Crowd is really revved up right now. Indiana would get them stopped here. They will probably end up with good field position after a punt. Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Ball at the 20-yard line. Here's the snap back. Here's Iamaleava. Gets hit again. And he will go down back at the 10-yard line. He was swarmed on by Elijah Hardy and several other Hoosiers. An 8-yard loss in the play, and the ball will be marked right around the 12, and Indiana's forced another punt from the Bruins.
They just swallowed up the offensive line for UCLA. As soon as the ball was snapped, the line of scrimmage moved about 4 yards deep into Nico's lap. He had absolutely no chance.
So now, punting unit on for UCLA.
Watch out.
Will find Will Carroll as the man in the end zone to take the snap.
Watch out for this return.
Jonathan Brady is about his own 48-yard line. to receive. Here comes the punt on its way. And it's going to bounce to the ground, and it'll roll quickly down the field. No chance to stop it. And it goes all the way to the 25-yard line. So a great punt by the punter, Will Carroll, and gets Indiana back into what normally would be a touchback situation. So the ball is at the 25 of Indiana. That's when the offense will come onto the field. We're down to 2:16 to go here in the first quarter. Indiana leading 14-0.
Yeah, big-time bounce for UCLA there. That thing took off on the ground.
63-yard punt, Buck.
Yeah, 25 of it on the ground.
Exactly right. Fernando Mendoza has the offense out of the field, looks to the sideline, says something over there. Now they've huddled up. E.J. Williams and Omar Cooper split to the far side. Elijah Surratt to the near side. In the backfield this time, it is Kalon Black. Here's the snapback. Hand off goes to Kalon. Kalon takes it right up the gut. He'll pick up 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, UCLA is starting to put a little press coverage on the outside receivers, trying to take away that 6-7 yard early down pass Indiana uses. And again, the running game has got one big play, but a little bit tight in there against UCLA right now.
Fernando moving people around out there. He's in an empty backfield right now. Nowakowski and Cooper switched positions. Now Kalon joins him in the backfield. Here's Fernando taking the snap, looks down the field, fires the ball out here. Nowakowski makes the catch, picks up 8 yards on the play, just shy of a first down. And man, if he could have got back past that one man, he would have been gone.
Yeah, man-to-man there. Great job by Mendoza realizing that. Had his own look, went to man-to-man. He found the crosser.
Indiana going quick again. Here, this time it's Black, and Black runs for the first down easily, gets it across the 37, very close to the 38. John Bonds, who is their best tackler on this UCLA ball club, makes the stop.
Indiana loves to go quick when it's 3rd and short. After a pretty good 1st or 2nd down run, they get any kind of short yardage. They like to go quick before the defense gets settled, and they usually get that 1st down in short yardage.
Charlie Becker is back in the ball game as the wide out to the far side of the field. Surratt and Omar Cooper to the left. Here's a throw down the field, and that's got to be pass interference. I hope to, yes. I was going to say, I hope to kiss a pig, but I don't really want to do that.
I don't either.
The defender on the play was Andre Jordan Jr. Flags all over the place, and pass interference will be the call.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So Indiana comes up with a big first down on a penalty. Otherwise, it was going to be a first down with a catch.
Yeah, first down, there was a fade comeback again. They love that on the outside. When they get press coverage, they run the fade or fade comeback. When they get soft coverage, they run the out. So they're never wrong at Indiana on offense, it seems like.
1st and 10, the ball at the 47 of UCLA. Snap back to Mendoza. Back to throw it. Fires it down the field. Elijah Surratt was there and couldn't hang on to it. Defensive coverage that time provided by Andre Jordan Jr. He actually got a hand in there.
Yeah, that ball took a little while to get to him. Threw a little late. Spending a lot of time looking at the deep post in the middle of the field, and then threw a little bit late. Gave the corner a chance to get his hand on it.
Roman Hibby comes back in the ball game as the running back now. E.J. Williams to the far side. Nowakowski joins this side. Surratt and Cooper. All 3 in an arrowhead formation. Here's the snap to Mendoza. Handoff goes to Himby. Himby trying to break a tackle. Does break it. Moves it across the 45-yard line down to the 44. And a pickup of about 3. Keanu Williams makes the stop in the play. UCLA is doing a pretty good job, Buck, of keeping the run game contained a little bit.
Yeah, they broke out one. Black had a nice run off the left side down to the goal line. Of course, obviously they had a tough time for a while and then ran in untouched. But there's some big dudes in that UCLA, and I think the first quarter is going to be over.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that is the end of the first period. Indiana leads the UCLA Bruins 14-0 as we go to quarter number 2 here at the Rock Memorial Stadium in Bloomington. Indiana on top. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football, the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Kurt Signetti. I'm here to win. Everything I do is built for that. From the weight room to the Wi-Fi at home, it's got to perform. Smithville is my internet provider. Fiber fast, rock solid. Just like a championship team, they're built right here in Indiana. Still wondering if they're the real deal? Google them. Smithville, built to win, just like us.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers. Attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Welcome back to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana. Right now, 14-0 leader over the UCLA Bruins. Indiana coming up with some terrific plays in this ball game, and right now they have the football and another opportunity for IU. Well, don't forget to join Coach Signetti on Thursday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Football. It's presented by Merchants Bank and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks, east off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. Our next show this coming Thursday prior to a road trip to Maryland.
Thursday.
It's Thursday
this week.
Just so you know.
I watched a little bit of tape on it the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
That's stunning.
Yeah,
why would you do that? Did you have nothing else to do?
By accident.
I knew that was going to be the case.
But I did watch it a little bit.
How about this story? Indiana, 110 yards of total offense in the first quarter. UCLA, 9.
Yeah, that's because of one play by Nico scrambling and getting they've done really nothing. And Indiana is just all over the place. There's nobody open. There's pressure on the quarterback. It's kind of what you're looking for. I think they were a little bit mad last week that Michigan State moved it on them early. You know, there was a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Well, they're getting after it today. They're just dominating this football game.
Coors Light Bound Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Well, Indiana with a 14-0 lead to start the second quarter. A football team that came in here today unbeaten under new leadership at 3-0, having some problems here with Indiana's defense, and the Hoosier offense is starting to find their ways to move the ball down the field too, but right now they've got a 3rd and 7.
Well, the defensive score was huge to start this football game. You know, you talk about stealing possession. That stealing possession had a score. So that's a big-time advantage for Indiana. And then time of possession has been Indiana's. UCLA's been doing that to other people the last 3 weeks. Indiana's just dominating this game time possession-wise as well as score.
Becker, Cooper, and Serrata all lined up to the arrowhead formation to the left. Nobody on the right side wide. Here is Fernando. Plenty of time. Throws it down the field. And Elijah Surratt was the man who was intended for it. Another flag comes down. And Indiana's going to get a first down out of this one and another pass interference call.
Yeah, silly play by UCLA. That ball was going out of bounds. There's no way he was going to catch that ball. And really hit him way early when he didn't have to hit him at all.
Pass interference. Defense number 18. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Roderick Pleasant is the man who was the guilty party for UCLA. That moves the ball down to the 29-yard line of UCLA, and Indiana with a 1st and 10.
Too much time for Mendoza as far as UCLA is concerned. UCLA is, well, that time the clock wasn't started too early, but they're substituting pretty late.
Hamby moves to the left side of Mendoza. Mendoza takes the snap, gives the ball to Hemby. Hemby finds a hole, breaks a tackle, gets it down to the 20, breaks another tackle, gets it to the 15-yard line. Before they can bring him down, John Vaughns makes the stop in the play. They're going to mark him down at the 14-yard line. What a run by Roman Hemby.
Yeah, spinning again. He was dynamic running. The block's kind of a straight line, get after you, just pound you. Hemby will just kind of spin and move his feet and bang off you. He's exciting to watch.
15 yards on that run. They shift all around for Indiana. Everybody in tight this time. Here's the snap back. Mendoza hands it off to Hemby. Finds a hole. 10. Down to the 7-yard line. And we'll see if they mark it at the 6. They will. And Indiana gets another nice run from Holman. Goes for 6, maybe 7 on this play. John Vaughns makes the stop, and it's going to be 2nd down and 2, a run of 8 yards.
Started over the right guard, then found a little cutback seam, and again, he just attacks the defense. UCLA responded a little better with a little more fierceness to their tackling. They're not the toughest bunch on this defense.
And Black is back in the game as the running back. Here's the snap, and here's quarterback Fernando Mendoza trying to break a tackle, and he's going to get knocked to the ground on the far sideline. Didn't quite pick up the first down. Oh, yes, he did. They're going to give it to him. So he picks up the first down. Lawrence Key makes the stop of the play, and a nice run by Fernando Mendoza. And now Indiana lines up in a hurry. Mendoza ready to take the snap. Here it is. The snap back, and the whistle blows the play dead. And timeout was called by UCLA.
Timeout, UCLA, their first of the half.
So Indiana wanted to go quick.
This is a 30-second timeout.
And look at Sig out there. Sig is not happy about something. Whatever it is, he's gathered his group of offensive players around him and is talking to them. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Football. So UCLA calls timeout to stop Indiana's possible touchdown score scenario there with the ball at the 4-yard line.
I mentioned earlier, they were substituting late. That time it was really late, and Indiana was going to get them caught with either an offsides or not lined up correctly. They substitute just 3 or 4 or 5 guys all the time, and they do it late. So Indiana tried to get him early. UCLA was forced to call timeout.
Kalon moves to the right side of Mendoza this time. 2 receivers near side. That's Surratt and Cooper. And here's the snap back. And the throw is into the end zone. It was intended that time. It looked like for Surratt, he couldn't pull it in. Can't tell if it was thrown a little bit behind him or not.
Yeah, it was thrown behind him. He had to spin back to try and catch it. Again, pretty good coverage by UCLA, though. They had inside, trying to take away the inside, and he couldn't find his way inside that defender. Mendoza tried to throw it on the outside shoulder, couldn't turn and catch.
Holden stays at tight end, comes to the sideline. Now into the ball game. Surratt to the far side. 3 receivers to the near side, including the other tight end, Nowakowski, and he goes in motion. Fernando takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Kalon Black. He dives for the end zone and does not get it in. He's a yard shy. Isaiah Chisholm makes the stop for UCLA. So now it brings up 3rd down and goal at the 1.
These goal lines have been a little bit tough to dent right now for Indiana. Forced to go 4th down on the first time down there. Now, 3rd and 1, a little over 1.
Yep, a little bit. About 1.5 yards is where they spotted the football. Holden stays, is back in the ball game. 2 receivers to the near side. That is Surratt and E.J. Williams. Here's the snap. And a throw out here. The catch is made. And Elijah Surratt makes the grab and is a touchdown, Indiana. A quick sideline throw. And E.J. just barely got across the end zone line when the pass got there. And he goes to the ground immediately. But Indiana's got another 6.
Again, threw to his back shoulder that time. Was it E.J. catch that?
It was Surratt.
Okay, Surratt caught it. Again, that time he was able to turn and catch. Just a little bit of a stop route on the goal line. Threw it on his back shoulder. Surratt made the turn and catch, and Indiana is up by a lot right now.
And the extra point try by Radicic is up, and it is through. And he stays perfect on the year and through his entire career of kicking extra points. And so now, Indiana leads at 21-0 over UCLA, just underway, 2.5 minutes into the second quarter of this ball game, and we have timeout on the field. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football, the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Sometimes in life, you're dealt a bad day. So when disaster strikes, call your MVP, your most valuable partner, Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration. Whether it's your home or business that's hit with water, fire, or mold damage, Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration is the team to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit our Indy location page at custom.us. Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration, official sponsor of Indiana University Athletics.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here all season long. This is Indiana football from Learfield.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Welcome back once again to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Bloomington, Indiana. The Hoosiers of IU up 21-0 over UCLA. 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter of this football game. And Buck, the Hoosiers have taken control of this contest once again.
Offensively, defensively, special teams with a stop of the fake punt. Just doing everything Indiana's done all year. Nothing you wouldn't expect, Don, to be honest with you, from this football team. It's well-coached, well-disciplined, tough mentally, and very, very physical. Other than that, well, let me just add highly skilled. Let me add that.
That's another good one.
Yeah.
You'll probably come up with another one here eventually.
Well, that's enough for now.
We don't want people to get overblown about this.
I don't care. It is what it is right now. You know, you're not jinxing anything right now. This really good football team playing very well.
Quinn Warren out there to kick off once again. And this boot on its way, high and end over end. This time it's going into the end zone. Little wind behind that one, and they're going to run it out again. This is Kyle Miller, and he finds a hole, and then he gets hit hard right around the 25-yard line. They may have given him progress to around the 26 or 7. We'll see. Rylan Gandy came up and really put a pop on him, and there's a flag down late. It just came down.
Really late. What's going on there? There's got to be a sideline warning.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 97. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Jacob Busick is the guilty party on special teams for UCLA. And so that ball goes all the way back now to the 7-yard line, or just across the 7. I guess we could say it's the 8. So that's where they'll take over, 1st and 10. But they're starting very deep in their own territory.
He must have lost his flag in his pants there. Because
it was really late.
Both teams are almost off the field before he tossed it.
So the Bruins, they've got Nico Iamaleava in at the quarterback position. On the left side of him, I think it's Javion Thomas in there now. Here's the snapback, and they're going to give it, and no place to go. Indiana is just swarming on anything they try to move up the middle. And Stephen Daly that time was the man on top of the ball carrier, and Indiana stops him for essentially no gain.
Here's how bad that was. That ball was run over the center, am I correct?
Yep.
Maybe right guard a little bit. You know who made that tackle? both defensive ends.
Yeah.
Now, how does that happen?
Unbelievable.
I mean, you talk about squeezing a play. That's squeezing a play.
Iamaliava ready to take the snap. He looks. He has time this time. Throws it out here. The catch is made. Nice grab out there by Quasi Gilmer. Their top receiver. Jamari Sharp makes the top stop for Indiana, but it is good enough for a first down at the 20-yard line.
Boy, everything is so hard for UCLA. Buzzing around the quarterback. The catch is made for a first down, but there's 3 Hoosiers around it. Just everything is so difficult for UCLA on offense.
Thomas is the running back this time. 1st and 10. He goes into motion far side. Here is Iamaliava. He throws it out here to the tight end, and that is Habermill, and he is going to go down to the ground. Habermill tackled out there. He picks up maybe 4 yards. Mario Landino is the man who would not let him go. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, good job by UCLA there. Pons blitzed for the corner spot. UCLA was able to find it and threw it right where Pons came from. That's what you want to do when a corner blitzes, is find that area and get the ball to it. UCLA did, but it was for a relatively short gain after catching them in a blitz situation. Good job by Indiana rallying again.
Here's a man in motion. That's the tight end Habermill. Back goes Iamaliava. He throws it out here. Again, it is the tight end who makes the catch, and he gets another 4 yards out of it. Devin Boykin makes the stop this time, but it brings up 3rd down and short for UCLA.
Again, a 4-yard pass. Indiana had 4 people on the tackle on a pass play. That tells you how much they're rallying to the football. Just everybody getting there. Tremendous pursuit from Indiana.
Isaiah Jones has been in there since Aiden Fisher got hurt. And Fisher stays on the sideline, doesn't have his helmet with him. And now it's 3rd down and 1. Here's the snap, here's the give, and Indiana stuffs the player, did they? Yes, they did. They got him down before he got to the 30-yard line and a fumble. And Indiana's got the football. And it looked to me like it was, for Indiana, it was Hosea Wheeler.
Yeah, 0.
Yep, Hosea Wheeler makes the recovery.
I couldn't see anything there because Indiana had about 20 guys on the football. Wheeler must just ripped it out of there because he came out of there feeling good about himself. And Indiana just completely, let me say it one more time, completely dominating this game.
The ball at the 29-yard line of UCLA. 2nd turnover by the Bruins in this matchup. Indiana leads 21-0. And now they threaten again. The ball is not in the red zone just yet. Ball's at the 29-yard line of UCLA. Mendoza ready to take the snap. Does. Hands the ball off. It is Hemby. Hemby tries the left side, and they push him all the way about the 25-yard line, about a 4-yard gain. Jacob Busick makes the stop on the play.
Just an off-tackle play. It didn't look like there was nothing there. And it's 2nd and 5. I mean, Indiana's just knocking them off the football. All of a sudden, it's 2nd and 5 on a run that looked like it was stuffed.
Hemby is alongside Mendoza in the backfield. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Here's the snap and the cloak throw out here to E.J. Williams. He makes the catch, breaks 1 tackle, turns it upfield, down to the 15, gets it down to the 13. Scooter Jackson finally gets him to the ground, but Indiana continues to break tackles, Buck, and make extra yards on the plays.
Yeah, this UCLA dream is being destroyed by Indiana right now just because of effort more than anything else. Execution and effort. They're just dominating them physically in this football game.
Surratt and Cooper split to the far side, Williams to the near. Now they're in a pistol look, and the handoff goes to Hemby. Right up the gut, 5-yard line, touchdown! And Roman Hemby again gets a 2nd touchdown of the day as the Hoosiers are putting it on the Bruins here in the 2nd quarter.
UCLA with a slant play. Their defensive line slanted right. Indiana cut off the last slant person. Huge hole on that right side. Again, Hemby untouched into the end zone. Indiana is in control.
And Radicic on to attempt the extra point kick. Snap back to McCarthy. The punter holds. Radicic kicks it up, and it's through the uprights and good. And Indiana now leads it 28-0. Here in the second quarter of this football game, the Hoosiers dominating the UCLA Bruins. And what a performance by this IU football team once again. We're back in a moment. Time out of the field. This is IU football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Hoosier fans, choose Chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose Chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose Chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Coach Signetti. You want fast? I build fast. I coach fast. I live fast. That's why I've got Smithville at home. Fiber internet that actually keeps up. Fast, reliable, local. If you're still waiting on a load screen, you're already beat. Want to know who's running the playbook on the internet around here? Google them. Smithville, Indiana born, relentlessly fast.
Welcome back once again to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Bloomington, Indiana, where the Hoosiers right now lead UCLA 28-0. 8:44 to go here in the second quarter of this ball game. You want more college football after our game? Well, you can tune into the College Football Blitz. It's free on the Varsity Network app. Think of it as the college football version of NFL Red Zone with nonstop action every Saturday from noon to midnight Eastern Time. Just open the Varsity Network app and search for College Football Blitz to keep the excitement going. Well, Buck, Indiana has totally taken control of this football game here in the first half.
Yeah, the early UCLA has shown up. First 4 games of UCLA's season showed up on the plane when they came down. And they must have had to check IDs or something, because the last 3 weeks of UCLA football failed to get on the plane. You know, they came all the way down here Thursday night to have this happen to them.
They came Thursday?
Yeah, they did. So
that's another mistake.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm just thinking about what Kurt's.
Yeah, I think coming east is a little different. I don't know, but I wouldn't come down here 2 days early to get my butt kicked. That's just my thinking.
Well,
of course, I guess they didn't think.
I think it's pretty good thinking.
I guess they didn't probably think they were going to get their butt kicked. I guess, but.
Well,
this is brutal.
Yeah, so far it is. There's no doubt. Here comes Quinn Warren's kickoff. High end over end. Again, coming down to Miller. And this time he's going to put the knee down. How about that?
Hey, everybody learns a lesson. It took him 3 to figure it out.
So Kyle Miller doesn't return this one, puts the knee down. The touchback puts the ball at the 25-yard line, and that's where UCLA will start this time. But, Buck, they've already turned the ball over twice, and both times it's led to a touchdown.
Yeah, and UCLA, I knew I think he even mentioned they can't turn it over against a good football team and expect to win. And that is absolutely the truth. Indiana does not need any help. And UCLA has given it to them.
So first and 10.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Indiana number 7. 15-yard penalty. First down UCLA. That's number 7's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
Well, I guess Lewis Moore was the victim of that penalty.
Well, he's going to be a victim of more than that in a minute.
Yeah, especially since the ball is now at the 40-yard line, not the 25.
Coach Signetti's getting a tutorial on what happened by the official over here.
All Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Here's the snap back. He wants to throw it. Now he decides to run with it, and he finds a hole on the near side, and he's finally upended out there by Lewis Moore right at the 45-yard line of Indiana. So that's the best run of the day from Iamaleava.
He is really sudden. I tell you, Indiana hasn't given him much of a chance, but he gets out in the open. He is
tough to bring down.
Whoa, he's fast and takes some strides and attacks it, and he's fun to watch when he gets open. Let's just hope he doesn't get too open too many times.
Anthony Frias now the running back in there, but Iamaleava wants to throw it, and he fires it down the field. It's a bomb, and it's way overthrown. Oh, now they throw a flag.
That's not a good call, I don't think.
And let's see if that's on Amari Farrell.
I hope it's not on Lewis. Is Lewis in there?
I think they both are.
Yeah.
Farrell and Lewis.
They're going to talk this over. He just tripped on his legs.
Well, on top of that, the ball was overthrown.
Which they don't call anymore. He's picking that up.
There is no foul for pass interference on the play. Second down.
Thank you.
So they do now.
That's how you do it, Jake, right there. Yeah.
So the ball... Now we're ripping our engineer.
Well, no, we're not ripping him. We're trying to help him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And the officials. We're trying to help the officials also. We're just a bunch of helpful people up here.
Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Frias in motion again. He throws it out here to Frias. Frias caught. Gets away from one tackle, then is going down at the 41-yard line of IU, and Isaiah Jones comes over to make that stop. Amari Farrell helped out on the play, and Isaiah Jones, Buck, on that fumble by UCLA that led to the last touchdown was Isaiah Jones who punched it out.
Oh, good. He's made a few plays this year. Corner blitz by Indiana. Nico threw that ball right into the face of a defender. Beautiful throw, but didn't get a whole lot out of it.
0 for 4 on third down conversions for UCLA thus far. Another opportunity here for the Bruins. Here's the snap. Iamaleava looks. Now he gets hit, and he's going to go down again. Tyreek Tucker goes for the sack, gets him to the ground, all the way back at the 49-yard line. It's fourth down and long.
Tucker with a little sack dance was awful. Moved him out to the outside there. He was playing defensive end on that and faced the left tackle and just destroyed him, moving him. Again, maybe that's an answer for Wyatt being out. Tucker moving out to the outside in that pass rush, and it really paid off for Indiana. Beautiful sack.
And so back into punt is Will Carroll once again for UCLA.
He could take that sack dance and wait next year to use that again.
Brady is back to receive for IU. Here's the snap. Punt is on its way, end over end. Coming up to fair catch it is Brady at the 12-yard line, and that's where Indiana will start their next drive. 38-yard punt, no return, and timeout on the field. The score, 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. Indiana leads UCLA 28-0. Back in a moment. This is IU football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
We all know the importance of nutrition and diet for a healthy lifestyle. We also know dairy foods provide great nutrition and value. That's reason enough why Indiana families choose locally produced Prairie Farms dairy products like whole milk, yogurt, or cottage cheese. They're packed with protein and perfect for snacking or as a part of your favorite recipes. Visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages. Support local dairy farmers and remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Welcome back once again to Merchants Bank Field here at Memorial Stadium in Bloomington as Indiana right now leads UCLA 28-0. 6:37 left in this first half of play. Indiana dominating the UCLA Bruins. IU will take over the football. 1st and 10 when we return to play. They're having a little field goal contest for a young man out here. And he hits the upright and went through. So he wins some money, I guess. And the fans get all excited about that. Well, how about Tyreek Tucker in this ballgame, Buck? 1.5 sacks so far and 2.5 tackles for a loss.
He's just killing them. They can't block him. And again, they're moving him around a lot. He's been inside. The last sack he had was outside. And it's you better get to the ball fast because there's a lot of people on this Indiana defense trying to get there. If you don't get there quick, you're not getting there because they are all over this UCLA team.
It's been a remarkable first half of football for Indiana once again. It's a team that finds a way to figure out what you're doing, and once they do, you're cooked.
But the bottom line, I think, as you evaluate this team is just how physical they are, how hard they play. And you never say Indiana's going to have to match somebody else physically. You better match Indiana physically. So I think it starts right there. So physical in offense and defense, special teams. I think it starts right there with Indiana football.
1st and 10, Indiana at the 12-yard line of the Hoosiers. Got 2 backs on either side of the quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. He hands the ball off to Kalon Black. He pounds the ball up the field for a 5-yard gain out to the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Stop made by Kayshawn Bennett for UCLA.
They just keep rolling, man. Everybody's moving their feet. The ball's smashing in there. And again, they're 1st down. They've had some long passes incomplete on 1st down, so they haven't been great on 1st down, maybe statistically, but most of the time they are tremendous on 1st down.
Nowakowski lines up as the H-back to the right side with 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, and this time Black again trying to find running room. This time there is none. Picks up 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd down now and 3.
Yeah, run blitz for UCLA that time right into the hole. They got a little bit fortunate because their linebacker just blitzed it right in there, couldn't get him blocked. So pretty good job by UCLA there. Maybe a little bit lucky, but a good job.
Indiana is 4 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. This is a 3rd down and 4. Fernando awaits the snap, gets it, wants to throw it, does throw it, and the catch is made. And boy, you talk about Kalon Black getting hit, and they say it's an incomplete pass. He dropped it apparently.
No, rightfully so.
Lucky that hammered.
Luckily, that ball was not going the other way too, because that was a great break by UCLA.
So, no question that Kalon really got his head taken off almost there. The good news is he came up running off the field.
It's still attached?
It's still attached.
All right, that's good.
Back deep.
That would be gross, Don, if that ever happened.
Mikey Matthews is the man that back deep for UCLA. On the field for the first time today, Mitch McCarthy, and he booms this one, driving the receiver all the way back to the 30-yard line almost, and then he is upended as he gets it up to about the 37. Make it 38 is where they'll spot it. Devin Boykin again on special teams comes up and makes the stop in the play.
You know, it's just amazing. The coverage teams are so good, Don. They get no work. They get no work on game days.
You're right.
Very seldom is there a kickoff coverage that comes back, and Indiana punts about twice a game maybe.
Well, McCarthy just moved that one 50 yards, only a 6-yard return, so pretty good return on your money from McCarthy. Although he has not seen a lot of action here this year.
No, he has not. I mean, they only punt about. Sammy will let me know in a minute how many times they punted per game, but not very often.
Here's your boy Mike Koenig.
Is he here today?
He's on the video screen right now. Here's the snap for Iamaleava, and the handoff goes to Jalen Berger, and that may be that is his best run of the day. He runs it out to the 43-yard line where Hosea Wheeler makes the stop on the play. It'll be second down and about 5. Make it 2nd and 4. Iamaleava takes the snap. Going to give it to him again. Berger again, right up the gut. This time he breaks a tackle and he runs for a first down. Went right up the middle of the field. Isaiah Jones finally got him to the ground, but they're moving the chains on the ground all of a sudden, and the ball is at the 43-yard line of Indiana.
Indiana's averaging 2.3 punts per game, Don.
Is that it?
Yep. Now, this is not making anybody happy here at the end of the half.
You think?
UCLA moving the football. Not a happy bunch over there.
Iamaleava takes the snap. Looks, fires over the middle, and it is caught out here. And again, the catch is made by Matthews, and Matthews has got a first down at the 25-yard line. That was an 18-yard gain, and we have seen this happen before with IU at the end of halves this year, and that is not going to make Signetti happy going to the locker room.
They get a little soft in the secondary. That time they didn't blitz it up, but they played zone behind it, and no pressure on the quarterback, and able to find an open receiver.
Matthews, one of the receivers to the far side, along with Gilbert. Here's the snap. Iamaleava looks to throw it. Now rolls to his right, and being chased out there, and Isaiah Jones shoves him out of bounds on the far sideline. And they're going to say he's out right at the 19, so that's going to be about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, first downs have been really good to UCLA in this drive. Well, I tell you, Nico gets outside, and then all of a sudden accelerated and almost beat Jones to the sideline.
Yeah, he is good. He's got great speed, and he's got great size, and he's got a great arm, but he has not been as accurate today as he normally would be.
He's been fighting a lot of pressure. We see the officials are having a little confab here.
Here we go.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 7. 15-yard penalty. The down counts. 2nd down. That's number 7's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
You talk about a bad mistake there by Mikey Matthews. It drives the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line, and they had a chance for a first down inside the 20.
Now, this is... I mean, UCLA's had some penalties now that have not helped them. Turnovers and penalties and not playing very well will really affect your offensive production.
2nd and 19. Again, they go to the running back, and this time that was Javian Thomas who carried the pigskin. Mikhail Kamara makes the stop. Gain is a short one. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Amara came out of the secondary with a really good tackle there, too. Just to kind of stone him at the after a short gain. You have to guess running on 2nd down to get a little bit better, but this is not good for UCLA. This down and distance is going to be tough on the way Indiana's been rushing the quarterback.
3 receivers come to the near side. Frias is now the running back. Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Does so. Hands the ball off. And the carry is down to the 25-yard line where Devin Boykin is making the tackle on the play for IU. But it brings up 4th down now and 11. And that's going to bring the field goal unit onto the field for UCLA.
Yeah, that's interesting there. I mean, they got back in a bad situation. And then they got so conservative just looking for the field goal attempt here to try and get some points on the board, I guess. But this is not how they've operated the last 3 weeks. That was a very conservative thought on offense there.
2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining here in this quarter. Now we have a timeout being called.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
And so the 2-minute timeout takes place. And we have 28-0 on the scoreboard. Indiana leading UCLA. We're back in a moment. I take that back. We don't have any breaks to give you anymore, so we're just going to keep it right here as we go through this 3-minute break called by television.
Hey, let's get some reads in.
Okay. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app. Available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. So don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. And just so we have a little bit of, variation in voices here, John Herrick, why don't you do this one?
Okay. Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June of 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Are you going to share
work, John?
Are you going to share your raccoon juice with him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He gets none of my stuff. Nothing.
No, sir.
Yo, Buck, do you want to do a read?
Nope.
Well, we're already done with most of them today anyway.
Nobody wants me to do a read.
You sure?
Yeah, this Sycamore education just wasn't great.
And we're not talking Indiana State Sycamore. We're talking
Sycamore, Illinois, yeah. It wasn't great. I wasn't real good in the English class.
Buck, your assessment here in the first half. Obviously, Indiana just playing terrific.
Yeah, just playing terrific. Again, UCLA stood up a little bit. Have they? I don't know. Trying to find something positive for them. But, the Indiana's done everything. Turnovers, they've just dominated on the ground. Maybe not so much as other teams, but they throw the football. It's been a complete, and again, complimentary football. The defense is, if you're going to call this game a win for one or the other, defense is dominating the game, putting Indiana in great field position, scored once. It's an Indiana defensive game, I would say, but the offense certainly has done their part too. They're the second-ranked team. I don't go into ranking so much. I don't. Is Ohio State better? We'll probably find out later on down the road, maybe. I don't know that there's anybody better than Indiana in the country.
Well, there's no question they're playing great football and
complete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's complete. It's complimentary. All the things that they're doing, Buck, are the things that you want to see a football team do. And this fan base, embrace it, because this is what Indiana football has become here in a year and a half.
Yeah, and the expectations should be that too. The interesting thing here is if I'm scouting Indiana, and I took some time to scout them, I don't know where their weaknesses are. Where do you go to find, well, they can't do this? I don't think you have one.
Well, we've got a 44-yard field goal try by UCLA here. Mateen Magani is the field goal kicker and the kickoff man as well. Here's the snap back. It's a good one. The kick is on its way, and it is through the uprights. So Magani puts the only points thus far in this football game on the scoreboard for UCLA's Bruins. However, there's still 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Buck, we've seen Indiana move the ball very quickly in these 2-minute scenarios.
Yeah, this is a lot of time. This is 4 times the time that they had in the last couple of halves to get some points on the board. So all the time in the world, I think they've got all 3 timeouts even.
Yep.
So, they can do anything they want to here. We'll see. I'd love to see them respond here with a score again.
Well, they are certainly possible to do that. They can put themselves in position to get it done as they send back once again Jonathan Brady. Actually, Roman Hemby's going back there with Solomon Van Horst. And so it is Hemby who will, no doubt, receive this kick. This will be the first time today that UCLA has kicked off to Indiana, because Indiana won the toss and deferred. So Indiana kicked off to UCLA, and we haven't had a kickoff from UCLA until this moment.
Yeah, I'm sure UCLA is just thrilled to death Indiana's going to get the ball here at the end of the second half and then get it again in the first possession of the second half. They're not thinking, oh boy, we got him. Oh no, that's not what we want. So Indiana's got a chance to double dip this thing, which is huge in college football.
Hemby back there on the goal line. Magani will try to boom this one down the field. Not much of a win factor in this ball game. Look, the victory flag is hanging loosely. Here comes the kick, and it's coming down to Hemby at the 1. He's going to run it up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Still going, and finally brought to the ground right at the 25-yard line. They may give him the 26, we'll see, but it's basically a 24-yard return. And the ball will be marked right at the 25-yard line. So basically the same thing as a touchback on that return by Hemby.
There's an example right there, officials. That ball was past the 25.
Yeah.
But they put it on the tip of the 25 so they know where the first down is. It happens in football games all the time. If it's a little bit off, they put it right on a hash mark so it's easy for them to dictate whether it's a first down or the next situation.
Mendoza awaits the snap, and he's going to hand the ball to Hemby, and Roman runs his way out to the 29-yard line, a 4-yard gain. Donovan Pellot is the man who makes the stop for UCLA, and they're going to spot this one at the 30-yard line. And so it's basically a 5-yard gain.
They just, their first down play efficiency is extraordinary this year. Just puts themselves in a lot of positions, second down, and then their third downs are never difficult, or very seldom are they difficult to get on third down if they run into one.
Surratt and Cooper are split to the far side. E.J. Williams to the near. Here's the snap and the give to Hemby. Right up the gut. Pounds his way almost to the 45-yard line. Knocked down at the 44, but a first down in a big way. Cole Martin on the stop, a 14-yard gain.
There they go.
And they're going fast. Roman sets up alongside Fernando Mendoza, who fires it out here in the flat. This time it is caught, and it's Riley Nowakowski who makes the grab, and he goes out of bounds after a 6-yard play.
So there it is, that first down, short pass down. They just do it over and over again. If you give it to them, that time they do it with a tight end. Can you do anything else offensively? Just easy first down yardage. He puts them in great situations behind or ahead of the sticks.
Second down and 5. Mendoza waits the snap. Got a man jumps offside. Free play for IU. Here's the throw down the field, and it's incomplete. Surratt, the intended receiver, and this time the coverage on the play had the ball, and there was no chance for Elijah to get his hands on it.
I don't
Offside.
think. Oh, they did. Okay.
Defense number 52 in the neutral zone at the snap. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yeah, it was a free play for Indiana because you saw the man for UCLA jump and he never got back. So Indiana, 5 penalties today for UCLA, 58 yards in penalties for the Bruins. I don't think Indiana's been called for a penalty again today.
Well, unsportsmanlike for sure.
That's right. I forgot about those. All right, here we go. First and 10, ball at the 46-yard line of the Bruins. Snap back to Mendoza, and right up the gut, Hemby. It's a little push out there, gets maybe about 3 yards out of the play. They're going to mark him down around the 43-yard line. Jalen Woods makes the stop, but in UCLA territory at the 43.
Indiana, their first of the half.
First time out by Indiana with 54 seconds on the clock, and that is eternity when you look at what Kurt Signetti does here at the end of half when they get the football with just a minute or so to go.
They usually started off with a long run somewhere, and they got a long run involved in this one. Again, there's been a couple of throws to Mendoza on long throws today that he has not been as accurate getting the ball outside enough where the receiver has a chance to catch it. 2 long throws. They were kind of line drives that ended up being on the inside of the receiver next to the defender. He's usually better than that, throws the ball on the outside of the receiver on the sideline. So his long throws have not been quite as sharp as they have been in the last couple games.
Well, right now the ball is at the 43-yard line of UCLA.
I'm looking for something, Don. Something.
Yeah, I understand. Second down and 7. And Surratt, Nowakowski, and Cooper all to the far side of the field. E.J. Williams and Roman Hemby. Now Hemby joins him in the backfield as Mendoza gets to the snap. Mendoza throws it upfield. Hemby makes the catch. He's got an easy first down. Carries it down to the 32. Jalen Woods makes the stop, but Indiana's moving the chains once again.
We've got a flag back by the quarterback, too.
Oops.
Could be a
roughing.
Because it was late.
The referee taking a look here.
They're not looking back. They're looking forward here.
Siggs walking down the sideline.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense number 92. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Siale Tapuki is the man who gets the penalty thrown on him today, and that ball is all the way down 17-yard line. Did we say Indiana could move it?
Well, UCLA's helping for a little bit.
They did there. There was no doubt about that.
Yeah, offsides and then 15. So that's 20 yards. That's a pretty good chunk helping them out. And again, 42 seconds. So they're running the clock here. 40 seconds left.
Yep. Clock is running. Mendoza waits the snap, gets it, looks, throws it out here, caught, and the catch is made. And down the sideline goes Kalon Black. He gets another first down for Indiana, very close to it. We'll watch and see where they spot it. Cole Martin makes the stop in the play, and it is a first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line. And this all started inside 2 minutes left here in this quarter.
Yeah, just methodically. No big plays here. UCLA helping them a little bit penalty-wise, but methodically moving down the field.
3 receivers to the far side of that arrowhead. Surratt, the lone receiver on the near side. The snap made. Mendoza throws it, and incomplete, and another pass interference call going to be nailed on UCLA. All over the back of Cooper, and he was not able to hang on to the football, but that pass interference is going to put the ball very close to the goal line.
Well, he had to do that one. That one was called for because that was a touchdown if he didn't.
So
pass interference. Defense number 28. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First and goal.
Scooter Jackson, the guilty party for the second time today. Penalties called on him. Ball is at the 2. It's first and goal. 25 seconds left here in the quarter. Him be the running back. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Roman. This time, no place to go. And he's put down quickly as Isaiah Chisholm makes the stop on the play.
Yeah, missed that. He missed the hole there. Hole is about 1/2 yard outside to his right. Good job by Indiana blocking in that area, and he hit it inside too much.
Their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Clock went
Please
down
adjust the game clock to 19 seconds.
Yeah,
19 seconds.
Sig was pointing that out to the referee immediately. They needed to add more time on the clock, so it's up to 19 seconds now here in this first half of play. Well, just as we have an opportunity here to pass along once again a note, a new season of Indiana basketball is about to tip. It's the Hoosiers in action tomorrow at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, facing the Baylor Bears in an exhibition contest set for a 1 p.m. tip. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. We'll have the broadcast tomorrow starting at 12 noon with our pregame show over most of these same network stations, IU and Baylor, in an exhibition basketball game up in Indianapolis. Ball's at the 2-yard line, 2.5-yard line, and Indiana comes back on the field. 19 seconds left. Hoosiers still have 1 timeout left if they need it, and they're knocking at the door once again with a 28-0 lead, and Indiana sets the offense here with Surratt and Cooper going to the far side of the field. Near side is E.J. Williams. Kalon Black is out there as the running back. Here is quarterback Mendoza, throws it to the end zone, and we have a touchdown. Indiana gets another one, and E.J. Williams is the man who comes up with the catch in the back of the end zone on a really nice little run by Mendoza to the left, and then he just fired the ball in the end zone, and E.J. was there to field it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that. He rolled to his left. 2 receivers on the sideline. E.J. in the middle of the field. He's rolling to his left, turns his body, throws behind his body, and a pinpoint throw to E.J. Let me tell you something. E.J. doesn't get any, he's kind of an afterthought. He's pretty good, too. Yeah, he's pretty good.
The previous play was a touchdown. The play's under further review.
Little bobble going on there?
I guess that's probably what they're going to take a look at.
I wonder what Mr. 1 for 8 says.
13 seconds on the clock. 13 seconds left here in the half. It's 30. Well, I don't know if it's going to be that one after they review it. We'll have to wait and see on that.
Touchdown or third down? Is that what it's going to be?
Yep. So, how would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how.
We got another guy, Sammy. I can't read his writing, so I'm not sure what he's writing, but he's weighing in on the call also now.
He's saying it's upheld. Are you saying it's upheld or opposite of 0 for 8?
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. Touchdown.
Sammy just jumped into the fray. He's now 1 for 1.
I'm not giving him credit for that. He had so many ors or ifs or ands or buts, and I'm not sure what he was trying to say there. But I do know this. It's going to be
35.
3.
Yeah. Extra point by Niko Radicic is good, and we are having fun. It is Indiana 35, UCLA 3 with 13 seconds to go here in the first half as Indiana dominates the Bruins here this afternoon. Time out of the field just for a second or so to reset, to get the kickoff going here. Don't forget to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. 2-yard touchdown pass from Mendoza to Surratt. That is not Surratt, it's E.J. Williams who caught that. Come on, Sammy. You wrote the wrong thing down.
He's got all sorts of confidence flowing through it.
I know.
You know, his chest is out.
Lost all focus.
He's got his chest flopping out here. He's just walking around his head in the sky. Let me tell you something, Sammy. You need to really improve your writing if you're going to give that stuff to me. I have no idea. I can't read your lips because I don't know what you're doing there. And then you write something. I have no idea what you write. But you know what?
How would you be able to know? First of all, he's a New Yorker.
Yeah. Well, I don't want him talking to me.
If you're going to lip read, you're really barking up the wrong.
Yeah, because I can't understand him when he talks either. So I have communication issues with Sammy. He's one of the great guys in this booth anyway. The competition is very low. Because I think you and Herrick are tied for second, and that, you know where that is.
I thank you. Quinn Ward about to kick off for Indiana. Do they have a different kick return guy out there? It looks like it to me. We'll see. It's a squib kick. It's picked up. Mikey Matthews is out there, but he's not the guy who picked up the football. It's Titus Mokiawa Atimolala. And he is the man who comes up. And how about it? I got that pronunciation right, too.
We're the best.
So, at any rate, the running back is taking all but 6 seconds off the clock. Byron Baldwin Jr. comes up and makes the stop. And how about that?
Yes, how about that?
Byron Baldwin Jr. is in the ballgame, a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. We've been talking about him all year long, being hurt, not being able to play, and suddenly we have a sighting. That's a really good thing.
That is a good thing. I might as well pack on one other good thing to talk about.
Yamali Awalaba hands the ball off. That's going to end the first half of this football game. Anathan Frias carries the ball out to the 35-yard line, and Indiana will go to the locker room at halftime.
At the end of the first half.
As this Indiana ball club has dominated the UCLA Bruins to the tune of 35-0 in the first half of this football game. And we will come back as John Herrick will present our halftime show with guests, statistics, and more. This is Indiana University Football and the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Attention IU fans, we partnered with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance to give 2 lucky winners a VIP football game experience at either the Illinois or Purdue away game this season. Prizes can include a VIP experience, 2 tickets, hospitality passes, parking, and hotel accommodations. Want a chance to be at home or on the road with the Hoosiers? Be sure to enter online at iuhomeandaway.com.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Indiana Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit NeilTire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, a new era of Indiana basketball tips off on Sunday, October 26th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Hoosiers will battle the Baylor Bears at 1 o'clock Eastern in downtown Indy. Don't miss your chance to see this year's Indiana squad take the court. Tickets are on sale now at GainbridgeFieldhouse.com or the Ticketmaster app. It's the Hoosiers and the Baylor Bears. Sunday, October 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Be there.
This is Hoosier Halftime on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier football is on the air. Brought to you by Coors Light, Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Kroger, hey Hoosier fans, score big for game day at Kroger, where you'll find lower prices on over 1,000 items, so you can save even more. Kroger, proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
And boy, it is all Indiana Hoosiers today on Merchants Bank Field at Memorial Stadium. They are taking it to the UCLA Bruins as they lead it 35-3. We'll have our first half stats and much more in our halftime show. But first, let's send it over to the IU women's basketball play-by-play announcer, Austin Render, with a sponsored interview.
Austin Render here, joined by Stan Pinniger, the president of Duke Energy's Indiana operations. Stan, what exactly do our energy bills pay for?
Well, Austin, first let me just tell you and the IU community how much we appreciate the opportunity to be part of today's game. With those dollars that are provided in bills, we focus on investments that our customers have told us they value. Having confidence the lights will come on as expected and that we have dependable power supplies when it's very hot or very cold here in Indiana. We're deploying technology on our system that automatically detects power outages, isolates the issue, and quickly reroutes power to restore service so fewer customers are impacted. Another example is our plan to build what would be our first generation plant in over 15 years. Due to significant growth in our service territory, we're proposing to build a significant new natural gas plant in Vermilion County that would provide highly efficient generation to ensure reliable service for our customers, particularly when it's long stretches of very hot and cold weather that we experience here in Indiana.
What programs are available to help customers manage their energy use?
One that we have found that our customers really appreciate is what we call usage alerts, and this is usually a digital alert where during the middle of the month we provide an update to customers if we note that they're using a higher amount of energy than normal. Another offering that a lot of our customers take advantage of is what we call home energy house calls, and these are energy efficiency offerings that we bring folks into when we're invited into the homes of our customers to do an energy efficiency check and provide free offerings for folks to cut down on their energy use.
What programs are available for customers who may be struggling to pay their energy bills?
The first thing I would say, Austin, is if you're having trouble paying your bill, don't delay. Call our customer care centers as quickly as possible and talk to our agents. They're anxious to help. We can offer interest-free payment plans. We can offer extensions. It's important, Austin, customers that are in trouble, call our customer care center as soon as possible.
And what makes you the most proud about Duke Energy?
I'm particularly proud of work, and Bloomington and Central Indiana has experienced a lot of this. Major storms rip through our service territory, and of course power is out. It's an all-hands-on-deck effort to restore power as quickly as possible.
That was Stan Pinniger, president of Duke Energy's Indiana operations.
Thank you, Austin. 35-3, the halftime score here. Indiana all over UCLA. We'll continue with more of our halftime show, including the Coors Light out-of-town scoreboard with Aaron Fox after this short timeout. This is Indiana University football on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Attention ranch dip lovers, your source for flavor has now arrived with Prairie Farms' new classic ranch dip. It starts with our award-winning sour cream blended with garlic, onion, parsley, and buttermilk to make a superior ranch dip that your taste buds will savor. Prairie Farms' classic ranch dip pairs well with your favorite vegetables, chips, or crackers. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores and then visit prairiefarms.com for delicious ranch recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win a dairy prize package. So Support local dairy farmers with the delicious taste of Prairie Farms Classic Ranch Dip.
As a not-for-profit financial institution, Centra goes the extra mile to center home buying experiences around our members.
I've never bought a home before, and they made that process simple. So they laid out my options, they let me ask my questions, and then they let me pick the one that was best for me. That's when I realized doing something local where I could look somebody in the eye, ask my questions, and get the help I was looking for was a big part of why I wanted a local credit union.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCAA Equal Housing Opportunity.
This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
Prairie Farms award-winning cottage cheese just got better. Introducing the Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cup. Now you can enjoy all the great taste and health benefits of Prairie Farms cottage cheese in a perfectly portioned cup. Packed with 12 grams of protein, low fat, and under 100 calories, Prairie Farms Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cups are perfectly portioned for eating on the go. Enjoy them for lunch, snack time, or as part of your favorite dishes. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for cottage cheese recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
I'm Aaron Fox. Let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light. Two other early games in the Big Ten. Nebraska leading over Northwestern 14-6. Purdue taking care of business at home against Rutgers 17-7. Both those games are early in the third quarter. This afternoon, big showdown in Iowa City as the Hawkeyes and Gophers of Minnesota enter the game. Both 5-2 overall and 3-1 in the conference. Also in the afternoon window, number 23 Illinois will be at Washington to take on the Huskies tonight. Wisconsin has the tough task of heading to number 6 Oregon, and it's the annual Michigan battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy as Michigan squares off at Michigan State. This out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. I'm Aaron Fox. Now back to John Herrick.
Thank you, Aaron. All Indiana here. They lead UCLA 35-3. Aiden Fisher got going with a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown that gave the Hoosiers a 7-0 lead, and really they have been off and running ever since. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to Indiana University football. And now we're about to be rejoined by Austin Render once again with another sponsored interview.
Austin Render joined by the GM of Custom, Tom Schaus. Tom, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what Custom does?
Yes, thank you. Custom is a full-service restoration company located on Brookville Road here in Indianapolis. We are a restoration contractor that responds to water, fire, mold, and any natural disaster events that affect your property.
What areas specifically do you all serve?
This office serves the state of Indiana and some surrounding areas. We typically stay between Fort Wayne and New Albany, do some work in Ohio and Illinois. However, Custom does have a national reach with over 30 locations across the country and a team dedicated to just traveling to any area where somebody may need it.
Why should Hoosier fans trust Custom for all their restoration needs?
At Custom, we pride ourselves in being experts in navigating the insurance industry standards and expectations and how they apply to each individual home and customer.
That was Tom Schaus, General Manager at Custom.
Thank you, Austin. Some key plays in the first half. We mentioned the Aiden Fisher touchdown return that he got off the interception. Roman Hemby has a 1-yard touchdown run. He also has a 13-yard touchdown run. Probably the most impressive drive in that first half for Indiana. 11 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. Elijah Surratt catches a 1-yard touchdown pass from Fernando Mendoza. That put Indiana up 21-0, and they would allow a field goal from UCLA from Ateen Bagani of 44 yards out, but that was it. A 2-yard touchdown reception from E.J. Williams was the final touchdown drive for Indiana in that first half, and they are up 35-3. We'll take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Merchants Bank when we return. This is Indiana University football on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-BONE or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Merchants Bank is a unique bank and has a proven track record as one of the nation's top performing banks. As rates move up and down, our rates are always at the top. At Merchants Bank, what you see is what you get. A great rate. Earn 4.00 APY on all money market balances. No gimmicks or hidden fees. Hop on over to where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Merchants Bank, an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Member FDIC. HopOnOver.com.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here all season long. This is Indiana football from Learfield.
Today's diesel engines produce fewer emissions, achieve better fuel economy, and create more power by utilizing a high-pressure common rail system. But when combined with inferior diesel fuel, deposits can cause sticking, misfiring, and power loss. Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow contains detergency that lifts off and prevents deposits, saving diesel owners thousands of dollars in operating costs. Get more out of your engine with Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
It is all Hoosiers in this one at halftime. They lead UCLA 35-3. Let's take a look at your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Merchants Bank. Merchants Bank, where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Member FDIC, hoponover.com. Indiana had 17 first downs in that first half to UCLA 6. The Hoosiers ended up with total yardage of 224 on 40 plays. UCLA 98 total yards. The Bruins had 57 of those through the air and 47 on the ground. Hoosiers 129 on the ground and 95 passing. Indiana only punted once and UCLA punted 3 times. Both teams averaging 50 yards a punt. Penalties have been big on the Bruins. They have 7 penalties for 77 yards. Indiana with 2 penalties for 25 yards. Time of possession pretty close. Indiana has it for 15 minutes and 30 seconds. UCLA for 14:30. Bruins, though, have not converted a third down. They are 0 of 6 on third down tries. Indiana is 4 of 6, and the Hoosiers are 1 of 1 on fourth downs. UCLA 0 of 1. That was when they tried that fake punt, and it did not work. Individual numbers, Roman Hemby, 14 13 carries for Indiana, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kalon Black, 7 carries for 39. Fernando Mendoza's carried it twice for 18 yards. He's also 10 of 17 passing for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. He does have an interception, but has not been sacked. E.J. Williams, 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Riley Nowakowski, 2 catches for 11. Elijah Surratt, 2 for 6 and a touchdown. Charlie Becker, 1 catch for 13 yards. Indiana's leading tackler, Isaiah Jones, he has 7. Jalen Berger, 4 carries for 16 yards. And for UCLA passing the football, Nico Iamaleava has 6 of 12 for 57 yards, 3 sacks. His longest pass was 18, and he also got intercepted once. And their leading tackler is John Vaughns for UCLA. He has 6 of them done.
All the credit in the world. All the credit in the world for giving it a shot.
And he was staring right at me, and I knew I was going to mess it up.
Nico Iamaleava.
Go, Nico.
Just so you know, I have practiced that for a week. Just so you know.
You have to do that.
If you don't, you're just... And the other guy, I don't even want to go his name again, but that's Titus Mukoa Atimalava. And I tried that one, and I never did get it right until I first said it right today, the only time I've said it prior to this time.
Go, Nico.
All right, at any rate, Buck, what you think?
Well, I thought it was just a complete football game for Indiana. UCLA has shown a little bit of life in the last part of the second quarter, but not enough to make a factor in this game. It's
another dominant performance.
Another dominant performance is right.
35-3, Indiana leads it going to the second half of this one. We'll be back in a moment. Indiana will have the football when we return on the kickoff, and we'll be back after these messages. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Kurt Signetti. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I highly recommend the exclusive partner of IU Athletics, True Blood Real Estate. They're an Indiana-owned company with beautiful offices across the state. True Blood is a tech-driven company that provides their clients with a winning game plan, which is exactly why they are our exclusive partner. If you're looking to buy or sell, call True Blood Real Estate. Go IU.
Hey Hoosiers, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Indiana t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Indiana in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here. This is Indiana football from Learfield. He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score. No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Attention Hoosier fans. Whether you're in town for a big game or reconnecting with old friends, the IU Hotel and Biddle Conference Center at the Indiana Memorial Union is your home away from home. Enjoy first-rate amenities in the heart of Indiana University. Experience the charm of College Town while staying just steps away from all the action. Visit imu.indiana.edu for more information. Go Hoosiers!
Getting ready to take on the UCLA Bruins for one more half of football here this afternoon. Indiana leading at 35-0 at halftime over UCLA, a ball club that came in here with 3 straight wins after starting the season 0-4. Got a new head coach on an interim basis along with a new staff, and all of a sudden they caught fire for 3 straight ball games. Today that fire has gone out so far in this matchup with Indiana. And Indiana gets the ball to start the second half as Kicker Mateen Magani will come up with the kickoff here, and Indiana sends back Roman Hemby and Solomon Van Horst. And we'll see what Indiana can do in the second half of this one after dominating the first half.
Yeah, Hemby had a return in the first half, which we haven't seen very much of this year. Kicking into the wind here, he may have a shot at another one.
Magani ready to kick off. Here comes the boot. On its way. End over end. It's going to go over the head of Hemby out of the end zone. Good kick by Magani. And that ball comes out to the 25, and Mendoza leads the offense onto the field. Fernando hasn't thrown the ball as effectively today, but they've had everything else go right from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, it's mostly been short passes where he's been most successful. A couple long passes just haven't gotten there yet. I mean, you just can't expect him to complete every pass, can you?
We've gotten used to it.
I know, the expectations are pretty high, but see, an important drive here for Indiana. I know they want to get some points on the board here to start the second half.
Mendoza takes the snap, hands it off to Roman Hemby. Hemby pounds his way forward and drives out for about a 3-yard pickup out to the 28-yard line. Gary Smith III makes the stop for UCLA, and Indiana will have a 2nd down and 7. They'll huddle up.
Not quite the first down run, but not just a solid run, not great.
DJ Williams splits to the far side of the field. Near side is Elijah Surratt. Hemby in the backfield and the pistol look. And the handoff goes to Roman. Turns the corner on the right side. Picks up another 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5 now for IU.
Yeah, outside zone play. Got the ball in the corner. Corner did a nice job tackling him. Again, a 3rd and medium here. Just a little longer than they've had a lot of their 3rd down situations today. And UCLA bringing a lot of people into the game again.
Indiana 4 of 6 on 3rd down conversions in this contest. So the Hoosiers have really been able to take advantage of their 3rd down situations. Let's see if they can do it again. 3 receivers in that arrowhead formation to the near side. Here's the snap back. Fernando has time. Now he rolls to his right, throws it out here. Catch is made by Nowakowski right at the yard marker, and Indiana's got a 1st down.
Tackled by the umpire.
Yep.
Right over his head. He's rubbing his neck.
I think he's okay. But Indiana picks up 6 on that play and a 1st and 10. Nowakowski makes a nice catch despite the official being run into. And it's 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Williams splits wide to the far side. Charlie Becker's in now wide to the near side, along with Omar Cooper. Hemby, the running back, he gets the call. And no, actually, it was the quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, who kept the football on a quarterback keep. And he drives for about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 as Isaiah Chisholm makes the stop.
I think that was a busted play there. That didn't look like what it was supposed to there. I think he missed the handoff and just made something out of nothing there.
Coming to the sideline comes Hemby. Kaylon Black has replaced him as the running back now. Holden stays in the game as the tight end. To the near side comes Surratt, and I think that's Brady. And Fernando Mendoza kind of moving, stays from the right side to the left side as the H-back. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the sideline, caught out there. And the catch is made by Elijah Surratt, I think, and he goes nowhere. No, it was E.J. Williams. My apology. Roderick Pleasant makes that tackle, but now we've got a 3rd down and long. Not long, but long enough.
Same distance as the umpire tackle situation. If I'm that umpire, I'm looking out right now. That ball might be coming at him again.
Omar Cooper back in the ball game. Brady sits or goes to the sideline. EJ is to the far side. Surratt, Cooper, and a 3rd receiver. I think that's Nowakowski on the near side. Snap back. Fernando looks, fires it out here. Catch is made, and he didn't make the 1st down. That was Cooper, and he couldn't break the tackle. Just got it across the 45, but he needed to get it to the 46. Lawrence Key makes the stop, and Indiana now has the decision to make.
I don't think it's much of a decision right now.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah.
And Surratt comes back in there, stays in the ball game as the tight end. E.J. Williams is out there in that huddle. Indiana's taking their time here.
They're just going to be taking a 5-yard penalty and punt it.
Very well could be. Omar walking out there to shake hands with Surratt. So I think that's basically what they're going to do here, Buck.
Yep.
And play clock down.
Indiana.
Oh, my.
They're first of the half.
They used a timeout there.
30-second timeout.
So a timeout taken by IU. This is just a short but a 30-second job. And while we have that opportunity, we'll pass along this note. Electric Plus is powering IU country with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. Choose Electric Plus to be your best electrical contractor, period. For more information, visit electricplus.com.
That was an interesting decision there. Now, you can't punt it now, can you?
I wouldn't think so.
Not after doing all that? I mean, why, if you're going to punt it, why just take the 5-yard penalty and...
Yeah, I get it. I don't...
That's an early I guess the game is out of hand. But he basically just said the game's out of hand because I'm using a timeout here that I will not use later.
And now everybody's coming back in. So the offense is back on the field. So they're going to go for it on 4th down and about a yard. We'll call it a yard. Ball is just across the 45-yard line. Need to get it to the 46. So length of the football. And Mendoza in the shotgun. Black to his left, and he gets the call right up the gut. He's running loose, 40-yard line down to the 35, 30, and inside the 30-yard line where he's hit and brought down, they're going to give it to him at the 27-yard line, and a run of 28 yards by Kalon Black as he busts one right up the gut.
Yeah, just as easy as it can be, man-on-man blocking and just pound it right through it. Hey, let me tell you something, this Black is really playing well the last couple of weeks.
He is. Here is the snap quickly, and Black again gets the call, and this time he pulls up 4 yards before he's knocked to the ground. I guess they're only going to give him 3 now, the official on this side of the field. So they'll spot the ball down there.
You know, in summer camp, I thought he was better than Himby. Early in the season, Himby seems to have a little more dynamic running ability, maybe. But I wouldn't.
You can't sleep on.
You can't sleep on either one. I think they're 1A and 1B, and I don't know which is which.
I agree, 100%. Second down for Indiana, 2nd and 7. Snap back to Fernando, pitches the ball out here, and the catch is made by Kalon, actually by Roman Himby this time. Himby carries for about 3 more. They'll get it to the 21-yard line. Cole Martin makes the stop on this play, and now it's 3rd down and 3 for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, and I think they're thinking maybe 4 downs here, too. I mean, you take it in the middle of the field, why wouldn't you take it later on? Because first 2 run plays here, getting 3rd medium again, probably the playbook is open to anything you want. Short pass, run, fade, comeback, all sorts of things at their disposal.
3 receivers to the far side of the field. Coming in motion now is Omar. Here's Fernando wanting to roll to his right now, and he's going to run for the first down and then some down to the 10-5. But a flag comes down late. Flag is thrown back around the 9-yard line. We'll see if it holds up. That would be a 21-yard touchdown run by Fernando Mendoza if it holds up.
It's on UCLA. They've already declined it. I don't know what it is, but they declined it.
Awesome.
Holding. Defense number 28. Penalties declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
And the holding call was against Scooter Jackson. That's the 3rd time he's been penalized today by the officials here. And the ball will be snapped back by Indiana's Mark Langston. Mitch McCarthy, the punter, will hold it. Niko Radicic will kick it. And Indiana with 41 on the scoreboard. And the snap back is a good one. The kick is up, and that kick is through. And it's now 42-0. Indiana over UCLA.
They got 3. Give him some credit, Don.
My apology. I keep saying
3. They got 3.
Yeah,
3.
You're right. 3. I apologize.
Yeah, give him some credit.
I've been saying nothing all day long.
No, I don't know they have.
I think I have. It's been wrong, but I don't care. It's 42-3. UCLA down. Indiana with 9:15 to go. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football, the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good, you're going to wish you had enough hands for a second cart.
Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Hoosier football is on the air. This is Indiana football from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, Aerofish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Today's diesel engines produce fewer emissions, achieve better fuel economy, and create more power by utilizing a high-pressure common rail system. But when combined with inferior diesel fuel, deposits can cause sticking, misfiring, and power loss. Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow contains detergency that lifts off and prevents deposits, saving diesel owners thousands of dollars in operating costs. Get more out of your engine with Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow.
Welcome back to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Bloomington, Indiana. The Hoosiers dominating UCLA this afternoon to the tune of 42-3 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this football game's third quarter.
Hey, Don.
Yes?
One of my golf buddies just texted me and said, you are right. UCLA has nothing in this game.
Well, it is 42-3. But we are seeing an Indiana team that is absolutely taking a 3-0 team under this new coaching regime at UCLA, and they have literally taken all the will from that ball club just like they did Illinois.
I'm going to say this, and it's a little off over the top, but I think Indiana's better than New Mexico, who beat them earlier in the year.
You are over the top of that statement. Good heavens, Buck.
Well,
what are we thinking?
I don't have anything else I can come up with right now.
This kick by Warren is out of the end zone. And nice job by Quinn Warren, who came in for Brendan Frankie, who went down with some kind of a knee injury or a lower body injury, I guess is the way to put it, on the opening kickoff of this football game. Was laying on the ground after he kicked it.
Yeah, he missed the kick, too, so it had to happen right on the kick because he squib kicked it in the middle of the field.
And here's the thing about Quinn Warren. He's just a sophomore. He played a lot last year in the kicking game and punted occasionally. And he's done some punting this season as well because of Mitch McCarthy was down for 3 ball games.
Valuable guy in this team. I mean, it's just next man up.
Yep.
It's been not a lot. It doesn't have to be a lot of that this year for Indiana, but whenever it's happened, Daly's played well today.
Yep.
So next man up for Indiana.
All right, they got another timeout going on here. Am I right about that?
Yep.
So we're going to take a timeout. The score reads 42-3, 9:15 to go here in the third quarter. Back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus the front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here. This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, a new era of Indiana basketball tips off on Sunday, October 26th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Hoosiers will battle the Baylor Bears at 1 o'clock Eastern in downtown Indy. Don't miss your chance to see this year's Indiana squad take the court. Tickets are on sale now at GainbridgeFieldhouse.com or the Ticketmaster app. It's the Hoosiers and the Baylor Bears. Sunday, October 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Be there.
Welcome to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, where Indiana is dominating UCLA today 42-3 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fans, IU Credit Union's been serving Hoosiers since 1956. They are the exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. You can choose yours from 6 great IU designs. Show your Hoosier pride. Visit any IU Credit Union branch or see them online at iucu.org. Nico Iamaleava. John just screwed me up. Nico ready to take the snap for UCLA. 1st and 10 at the 25. Back he goes to throw. He looks, fires it out here, and it is a nice throw on that play to Rico Flores Jr., who makes the catch for a first down and moves the chains all the way up to the 36-yard line. Jamari Sharp had the coverage and the stop on the play.
The Indiana crowd just mowed because UCLA got a first down.
They have the crowd. Most of them have come back. It looks like kind of the student body's kind of left a little bit early.
Their expectations are high here in Indiana now.
Here's the snap back. Iamaleava ready to take the snap. Fires it out here. Oh, almost a pick by Isaiah Jones. He almost was able to pull it in, but he got one hand on the football and couldn't quite pull it in. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's saying I'm not a receiver.
No. But he made a good break on the ball. It was a good defensive play. Just finish it. You know, I can't even harp about a defensive score. They got it too early today. Let's get another one. Oh, that could be good. We can do that, can't we?
Yeah, we could. 2nd down and 10 for UCLA.
I got to get my expectations higher.
3 receivers all to the far side of the field. And Iamaleava takes the snap, looks, throws it out here in the flat, caught, and immediately down is Javion Thomas, the running back out of the backfield, who makes the catch for about 5. Amari Farrell makes the stop on the play. The ball is just across the 40-yard line. So we're going to say it's 3rd down now and 5.
Yeah, and this Indiana team, again, they don't talk about this much, too, because there's so many good things to talk about. It's such a good tackling defense. Nobody gets much after the catch or after the initial run.
Iamaleava ready to take the step, rolls back, and it is incomplete. Havermill, who was the tight end, couldn't hang on to that one. It was thrown maybe a hair high. Devin Boykin made sure that he couldn't hang on to it, and Indiana has forced a punt once again.
Indiana pressure a little bit, brought the linebacker, put pressure right in the quarterback's face. Man-to-man, which they have not been into a lot today. Boykin was right on him, was able to knock it away on a short pass that might not have got the first down anyway.
So the punter on the field, Will Carroll. Back deep for Indiana is Jonathan Brady. Here's the punt on its way. Brady will field it inside the 15. Now tries to run it up the field. Gets it to the 20, 25, and there he goes down there. Jacob Busick makes the stop on the play for UCLA, but the Indiana offense is back on the field looking for more here this afternoon. 46-yard punt, 12-yard return. Indiana, or rather the Red Hat coming out of the field once again, and now we've got another timeout being called here, so we'll take a break. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit NeilTire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Touchdown, Indiana! This is Hoosier Football from Learfield.
Prairie Farms Dairy is a proud season-long sponsor of Indiana University Athletics Meet the Hoosiers feature. Locally owned by Midwest farm families, Prairie Farms is committed to quality and freshness that ensures the milk and dairy products served at your family's table are the very best. Visit prairiefarms.com for recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages. Support local dairy farmers and remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
Discover your sanctuary at Hillview Country Club, a premier membership experience located in Franklin, Indiana, where beautiful fairways meet top-tier amenities. Join a community of passionate golfers and enjoy exclusive access to our welcoming course and refreshing aquatic activities. Hillview Country Club, where your best game begins.
Where Indiana leads the UCLA Bruins 42-3 with 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter of this football game. The Hoosiers dominating once again a team that many people thought would come in here today and give Indiana a battle, even though their record was 3-4 on the season. But those last 3 wins were under a new coaching regime after Deshaun Foster, I should say, he got fired from UCLA. But that being said, I think a lot of people thought that this UCLA team had found something different than what they had previously, and Indiana has exposed that here today.
Indiana just played like the best team in the country, is what they played like.
And Kobe Martin is now in as the running back. So the third running back of the day for IU.
Fresh legs, that's all UCLA needs.
Fernando Mendoza sends Martin to his left. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Kobe, cuts it outside, pounds his way through a linebacker, and does a great job there before Keanu Williams brings him to the ground, picks up 7 yards on the play, and it's going to be, well, make it 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
You know, you call him the third team running back. I guess he was fourth team for a while. But let me tell you something. He's just as good as the other two. I don't know why. Whatever he's missing to not be in a regular rotation with those guys, and maybe it's just...
He's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, maybe it's just because of his youth. But, boy, he's a good football player.
2nd and 4. Here's the give. Kobe gets it again. And this time he doesn't go anywhere because he was brought down at the line of scrimmage by Robert Stafford III. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. So that time, not much room there to run. And he started to break to his left there, Buck. I thought he might break that tackle, but he couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, there's too much body on body there. But, again, Indiana in a third and medium situation. A bunch of those today. A lot of 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s. They've been really good getting them completed.
They've been great at being able to pick up 3rd down conversions. Here's Surratt coming to the near side now. Here's the snap back. Fernando fires the football, and it's batted down. Nope. It's picked up by... Fernando ran with it. He looked like he faked the throw.
Yeah, he did.
And then he ran.
It was a really bad fake.
And a really good pickup.
And they gave him a great spot as he somersaulted in the first down.
So he gets a first down for Indiana on basically a broken play. And that IU first down is brought to you by Cassidy Electric.
That was a Don Fisher spot right there.
He must have been. 1st and 10, the ball at the 36. Now running backs on either side of Mendoza. Here's the snap. Quick throw out here to Omar Cooper. He tries to avoid a tackle. Can't quite get it done, and he's dropped for a yard loss in the play back to the 35. Jalen Woods makes the stop, and UCLA that time ready for that play.
Yeah, they try to get an extension of a running play there. Throw the ball in just kind of a swing route to Cooper, but good tackle by UCLA in the open field. That's hard to do on Cooper.
2nd down and 11. Hoosiers lost a yard on that play. E.J. Williams splits to the far side with Brady. Jonathan Brady is out there. Now the ends come in tight. And here's the snap. Mendoza gives it right up the gut. Kobe Martin carries the pigskin. He runs it for 2 or 3 yards, and now Indiana's going to have one of their longer third down plays of the day. As A.J. Fuimaono is the man who makes the tackle for UCLA, and we got 3rd down and 8 for IU.
You know, Mendoza's been a big part of that third down situation with his legs. He's picked up quite a few third down situations. Coming out of that thing when there's nobody there, he's able to been able to run pretty effectively out of that quarterback spot. He's not the prettiest runner, but very effective.
3rd and long. 3 receivers in the arrowhead to the right. Here's the snap back. Fernando looking to throw it. Has time. Rolls to his right now. And now throws it down the field. And wide open is E.J. Williams at the 25. Down to the 10. The 5. Touchdown, Indiana. E.J. goes for 62 yards on a throw for Mendoza with E.J. wide open. Nobody there.
Defensive back fell down as Mendoza scrambled to his right. Again, just leaving E.J. wide open. He fell down as he came across the field. Nobody around him. He just fell down. E.J. ran across the field left to right, and that was ridiculous.
62-yard pass play from Mendoza to E.J. Williams. Indiana on the board again. And about to go on the board one more time point-wise on the extra point kick by Niko Radicic. And Radicic stays perfect in his time as the Indiana kicker in the first year and 8 ball games. It is Indiana 49, UCLA 3 with 4:13 to go here in the third quarter. And we will be back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Indiana Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-BONE or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Welcome back once again to Merchants Bank Field here at the Rock Memorial Stadium in Bloomington. A happy crowd celebrating Indiana's touchdown, a 49-3 lead over the UCLA Bruins with 4:13 to go here in the third quarter of play. Indiana just absolutely dominating another football team here this afternoon. And that hasn't been like that all year. They've had tight ball games with Iowa, had a tight game with Oregon. But everybody else, they pretty much handled.
Old Dominion was a
test.
Was a test. It was.
No question. But this Indiana football team seems to be able to come up with a way to discourage the other team in so many ways.
Discourage. Yeah, it's. I don't know. We'll have to keep working through this new money phase thing and team loyalty, and I'm not sure. You know, with all these transfers and things, that the esprit de corps during losing is quite as strong as when you grow up at a place and you love it and you care about it. I think it's easier to be discouraged during this new transfer portal situation than it used to be. And I'm not guaranteeing that, but that's a little bit in the back of my mind that when you don't have a great load with your institution and everybody around you,
I agree.
When it starts going bad, it goes bad pretty fast.
You're right, Buck. I don't think there's any question about it.
I see it more and more now than I ever did before.
Here comes the kick. It's a low driver that's going to bounce down and into the end zone this time from Quinn Warren. He didn't kick that one like he wanted to. You could see his head was down a little bit as he headed toward the sideline. But it did the job. It was effective, and that's all that matters. And so the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line of the touchback. UCLA will take over offensively. And I would imagine that Tim Skipper, as excited he has been in the 3 ball games he's coached them to wins here of late, has had a little bit different version of how to deal with things after this one's over with.
I bet that sideline keeps getting colder and colder and colder.
Here's the snap back, and this is Iamaleava, and he throws this ball right over the middle. It's caught, and it is a first, just shy of a first down. Rico Flores made the reception. Isaiah Jones the tackle, and they're going to mark the ball and go quick here at the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Iamaleava takes the snap, fires the ball down the field, and it's incomplete. A nice job there defensively by the Hoosiers. That was Boykin who was on the coverage that time. Devin Boykin fronting stride for stride with Mikey Matthews that time, but the pass was a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, the corner play for Indiana, besides Pons, which is a given, has really been good too. Even the slot corners have really played well. You just don't see them giving up long open receivers anywhere against this defense. Just really good play at every position on this defense.
0 of 7 on 3rd down conversions so far, and it's going to stay that way. 0 for 8 now. They did not make a first down run that time. Dominic Ratcliffe came over and made the stop, and it's 4th down and 1 now for UCLA, and let's see whether the Bruins decide to go for it or not.
You know, Pons in that short corner again was very physical to keep that ball in front of him so everybody could catch it. He's a tremendous defender on the pass. He's about just as good against the run, and he weighs about a 55.
It's 4th down and 1. They're going for it at the 34-yard line of UCLA. Iamaleava ready to take the snap, does so, looks, gets hit, gets away, rolls to his left now, and he's going to be hit. He throws the ball at the end of it, and he made the play. That's a tremendous play by Iamaleava as Ricky Flores makes the grab on a last-second throw. Moore covered him and knocked him out of bounds, but what a play by Iamaleava.
Yeah, they talked about what a competitor is. He sure showed it there with the score what it is. He could have given that up easily, but he kept fighting and looking, and just a tremendous competitor at quarterback for UCLA.
The ball's at the 48 of Indiana. That was a terrific throw under pressure, and he got hit just after the ball was released. Now he takes the snap, looks to throw again, fires it over the middle, bounces up in the air, incomplete. That ball was deflected by Mario Landino. Another great job by that young man. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 48 of IU.
Yeah, he's learned early in his life to take credit for that. Just put your hand up. Whether he tipped it or not, everybody thinks he did. I think he did. Uh-oh, we got shirts off again.
Oh, yeah. They got that group up there.
Yeah, Kadig. It's the Kadig factor.
Well, last week, our quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, complimented those guys that were out there swinging around last week with their shirts
You
off.
knew it was coming this week after that endorsement.
2nd and 10. Here is Iamaleava, and this time he gets away once again, runs it up the field, and breaks another tackle, and still going, and finally is put to the ground after he crosses the 30-yard line. Man, does he fight. Jamari Sharp made the stop on him, but not before he broke 2 or 3 tackles on that run, and looked like he might have been stopped, maybe even for a loss at one point.
Well, look at his jersey. He left the pieces of his jersey everywhere on the field. One's back at 45.
So right now the ball is a 1st and 10 for UCLA at the 29-yard line of IU. And Iamaleava is doing it himself. Ready to take the snap in the backfield. Running back is Frias, the second. Back goes Iamaliava. Going to look to throw. Here's a flag that comes down, and it's almost intercepted. Amari Farrell got a piece of it. They throw flags down there, but there was a flag down here early, and that looks like a holding call. Kyle Miller was the man deep.
Amari might have got his hands on and pushed a little bit at the end of that for pass interference. This looked like a holding call at UCLA.
Yep, I think that's the case.
Nobody's moving anywhere. So
is that offsetting?
I think we're going to be offsetting here.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the defense.
Oh, my. Okay.
Personal foul, hands to the face. Defense number 95. The penalty is declined. Pass interference. Defense number 1. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So the ball's moved all the way down to the 14-yard line of Indiana. So UCLA taking advantage of a couple of penalties there. And they've got a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And first time today.
Nico and penalties. That's it.
Yep. Exactly right. He's throwing the ball all the play. Right now, he's just throwing the ball every time, it looks like. Or at least that's what he's attempting to do.
Yeah, they're in total 2-minute offense with a quarter and a minute 23 left.
2 receivers far side, 2 to the near. Iamaliava. Right, take the snap. And this time he hands it off. And Javian Thomas gets the call. He takes it for about 2 or 3 yards on the play. We'll see where they spot him down. Daniel Ndukwe, a sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia for Indiana. Hadn't had a lot of playing time this year, but he has played some. He makes the stop there. Ball's placed just inside the 12. And that'll be 2nd down and about 7.
Indiana's lost a little bit of an edge. You can just feel it. They're not getting pressure on him, and when they do, he's able to break it loose. And then he's been the tougher guy in this quarter, tougher than Indiana's defense, and that can't make anybody happy on the Indiana sideline.
Flores and Matthews are the wide receivers to the far side of the field. To the near side is Gilbert. Here is Iamaliava. He threw the football, almost deflected in the hands of the Indiana player. Devin Boykin comes up with a deflection this time. And it is 3rd down and 7 now.
Yeah, terrible throw by Nico that time. He threw it right into the chest of a rushing corner or strong safety in this point. Just threw it right at him. Luckily, he threw it hard enough where he couldn't catch it.
Habermill, I think, is the guy coming in the ball game at the tight end spot. They send Thomas to the sideline.
They're going to have a tough time getting this off. They're going to have to call timeout, I think.
They line up 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Play clock's down to 1 second. They get the snap away. Here is Iamaliava. He's getting chased now. Runs to his right, fires the football, and it's batted away, almost intercepted, but it'll be an incomplete pass. D'Angelo Potts had the coverage.
Yeah, just try and throw it on him a few times. See what that gets you.
Well, it's the field goal unit that's coming out for UCLA, so they're going to try and put points on the scoreboard that maybe salves the wound for the time being.
Well, anything they can get, I got to be happy. This is, I don't know. I don't know what that is for UCLA. It's late in the game. Their rear ends have already been kicked, and I guess it's good for them. But they're not giving up on offense, at least.
27 seconds left here in the quarter. And the kicker, Bagdani, knocks it through. And the field goal is a good one. That makes it 49-6 now. Indiana leads 49-6 over UCLA. 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of play. Indiana continues to dominate this football game. That time UCLA at least got a drive going, and Iamaliava was the guy that was responsible for 90% of it, and then, of course, the field goal. So we have a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it here for the time being and let everybody know that IU fans want a chance to win a VIP experience on the road at Purdue this season. You can go to IUHomeAndAway.com for a chance to win. It's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and IU Athletics. Well, Indiana Buck has just dominated this football game in almost every way you can look at it, and the Hoosiers right now will get the football back again and a chance to even add to their total at this point of 49 points.
Yeah, and Nico is fighting for his life out there, and what a great performance by him in that third quarter.
Yes, sir.
In Indiana, I think is 23 seconds to get into the fourth quarter. You see what their thought process is here. I think they're going to play some people just because it's he got a long series of games coming up, so we'll see how this thing plays out.
Here's the kickoff by Bagani, and there's a fair catch called for by Roman Hemby, and it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback, and that's where the Indiana offense will come out of the field. We'll see who's coming out. Look, Alberto Mendoza is about to make his first appearance here in the fourth, just shy of the fourth quarter. So Indiana right now in dominant possession at this juncture. We'll see who's on the field along with him. It looks like the first-string offensive line is out there with Alberto coming into the ball game.
Yeah, they're going to play a while here, I think, that first-team offensive line.
Kobe Martin is now the running back in there once again. Two wide receivers, one far, one near. Now they switch sides. Nowakowski's in there. One of the guys switching with Stays. Here's the snapback. And here is Kobe Martin. Oop, I take it back. That was Alberto running a little quarterback keep, and he only picked up a yard.
Yeah, it would have been nice to give it to Hemby there because he had a bunch of people in front of him.
John Vaughns was the man who made the stop on the play. Clock's going to run out here to end the third quarter. So
that's the end of the third quarter.
So I don't know what happened in that play. I don't know if Alberto thought that there wasn't much there for Kobe or whatever the case was. We'll find out more later on. But
he didn't want to keep that, I guarantee you, because there was a busted play somehow.
All right, time out on the field, into the third quarter at Indiana 49, UCLA 6. We're back in a moment, and we'll bring you the fourth and final 15 minutes of this football game right after these messages. This is IU Football, the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Welcome back to Merchants Bank Field here in Bloomington, Indiana, where the Hoosiers of IU are leading the UCLA Bruins 49-6. 15 minutes of football left here this afternoon. Well, Kohl's has the back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohls.com. I think back to school is a little of a misnomer at this point, just so you know.
Well, fall break was last week, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you could say going back to school again.
You got that going for you.
Well, Buck, this Indiana team is just dominating UCLA for the most part. In that last drive for UCLA, it was all Nico Iamaleava, who was the difference maker and getting it down the field. Then there was a penalty called against Indiana that helped, but they still had to settle for just a field goal.
Yeah, they got down their red zone and got squeezed a little bit. Indiana, again, kind of held Nico down a little bit on some scrambles. Made it really tough on him, but he is really competing here. Got to be proud of him. He's taking a lot of heat. that transfer from Tennessee and all that stuff and how it was handled and the holdout and all that stuff. He's taking a lot of heat. But, boy, he's a competitor.
He's a big, strong kid, too.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's got his brother on the roster as well, Madden Iamaliava. He's 6'3", 195, a freshman. But the backup right now is Luke Duncan. We may see him more today, too. He is 6'6". Duncan is 6'6", 210, redshirt sophomore from Orinda, California. So we may get a chance to see him on the field here this afternoon as well for UCLA.
Well, I watched him in warm-ups. He's got a big-time arm, too. Big time.
Second down and 9, Indiana football. Alberto Mendoza in the ball game. Now they bring in Jonathan Brady, who comes in very quickly. Kobe Martin is the running back. A little bit of a miscommunication there with the player coming in that late. Mendoza ready to take the snap. This is Alberto at quarterback now. He's back to throw it. He has time. He fires it over the middle, and the catch is deflected. And it was deflected out of the hands that time of the freshman, LeBron Bond. Andre Jordan Jr. is the man who got a hand on it on the coverage and batted it down. So it'll be third down for Indiana and 9.
Long crossing route, UCLA in zone that time. Tough little area to get it into. Didn't quite have it. Perfect. He had to be perfect to complete it.
Mendoza takes the snap. Alberto looks. He fires it down the field. And an over-the-shoulder backwards catch by Charlie Becker. What a grab by him. He's down on the field. A flag did come down. Roderick Pleasant had the coverage and brought him to the ground. But Becker made a tremendous catch. And what a throw by Alberto Mendoza.
Defense number 18. The penalty is declined. The play results in a first down.
And the ball is at the 48-yard line of Indiana. Alberto Mendoza showing his strength as a thrower. 22 yards in that pass.
Yeah, it's just a back shoulder fade, and it was perfectly thrown. And Becker made it just a great catch against really tough pressure.
Bond goes to the far side. Brady comes in motion to the near side now. Becker is the wide out to the near side. Here's the snap back. This time they're going to go to Kobe Martin with a run. And Kobe being gang tackled after picking up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. I'm going to give him 4 in that one. That's to the 48 in UCLA territory. Siale Topaki is the man who makes the stop for UCLA. And the ball is second down and 6.
Yeah, still a 4-yard game with all that mosh pit going on there. Again, just strong running, and the offensive line just does not quit. They keep their feet moving, too, and puts them in a pretty good second down.
LeBron Bond and Jonathan Brady both split to the far side. To the near side, we'll pick those receivers up for you here momentarily. Here's the snap back. Alberto throws a little dump pass out here to Kobe Martin. Turns it upfield. He's at the 40, still going, and finally thrown to the ground right around the 35-yard line. Roderick Pleasant makes the stop on the play. And Kobe Martin, every time he's in a ball game, he makes something happen.
Yeah, they got a little flare pass out to the outside. He just took off again. Accelerate. There's not much hesitation in these backs. They just take the football, attack the defense, see what happens after they get going. Hard to bring him down.
Redshirt freshman from Fishers, Indiana. Last year got a lot of playing time in 4 ball games, but it was redshirted. Here's Brady in motion now. Here's Alberto. Throws it out here to Brady. Brady makes the catch at the 35. Still going at the 30 and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. Actually ran his way out of bounds. And Indiana picks up good yardage on that first down play as Lawrence Key makes the stop. It'll be second down and 5.
Play action to Martin going to the right, and then a little flare pass again. The same pass going left. Again, a first down play that gets them tremendous second down situation for themselves.
Kaylon Black comes back in the ball game now to run it. Alberto has him to his left. And Alberto Mendoza sends in man in motion. Now comes back to throw it. Alberto fires it down the field. And this one, incomplete. He was going for Bond, the freshman, wide receiver. LeBron Bond, a 5'9", 173-pound freshman from Norfolk, Virginia. Scooter Jackson had the coverage on that one. And Bond has been very impressive in spring ball and in the fall section of it, but hasn't had much playing time so far this year.
Well, it's hard to break into this lineup, Don. You can be pretty good and just not be able to get in there.
9 of 12 on third down conversions today. Third down and long here. 3rd and 5. And Alberto checks the sideline before he comes back. Now he moves Black to his left. Here's the snap back. And Alberto looks, rolls to his right. Now can run it. Up the field he goes. 25-20. Still going down to the 20-15, the 10, the 5. And almost got it into the end zone. Kind of lost his footing just as he crossed the 5. Went down at the 4. And Indiana gets a tremendous run from Alberto Mendoza.
Yeah, the
26 yards.
The Mendoza brothers are using their feet today.
First and goal for Indiana. Alberto takes the snap, hands it off to Keyshawn Black, and he cannot move the football this time. There was no place to go. Right side, didn't get it blocked well enough. It'll be second down and goal. Anthony Jones on the stop for UCLA.
Yeah, they tried to hurry that up. UCLA got set, did a nice job again. UCLA bringing 5 guys into the lineup.
I think the first time we've heard Anthony Jones' names today. Do you remember that name, Buck?
Yeah.
Anthony Jones played for Indiana back when, but he also played for Michigan State last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
He also, this guy's played for 4 Big Ten teams in his career.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
I agree. At any rate, wide far side is Charlie Becker. Wide near side, new face in the ball game. That's Kobe Martin in the backfield. Here's a run by Mendoza, and he takes it into the end zone. Nobody over there, nobody touched him, and Alberto Mendoza scores the TD on the run.
Yeah, just an option play. He reads the backside end. If the backside end closes, he keeps the football. The backside end closed, he just jogs into the end zone.
So Indiana continues the onslaught. A 55-6 score right here as Indiana continues to rock and roll here this afternoon. And now, Niko Radicic on for the extra point try. Langston will snap it, McCarthy will hold it, and Radicic will kick it. And the kick is good. And Indiana has jumped out to a 56-6 lead over UCLA. We have 11 minutes, 11 seconds left in this football game. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Football. Indiana with a 56-6 lead. We will take timeout on the field with the score 56-6. And we'll be back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Odds are you think more about your commute than cancer or a heart transplant. And you worry more about missing an exit than a missed cholesterol screening. You'll likely never contract a rare disease or face a 1 in a million condition. But if you do, trust the healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health. No matter the odds. Learn more at iuhealth.org.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here. This is Indiana football from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan, too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
Hoosier fans, Harold Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Back here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Indiana has put 56 points on the scoreboard this afternoon, and there are still 11 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in this fourth and final period. Indiana dominating the UCLA Bruins here this afternoon. A tremendous performance by this Indiana football team. Defense has been excellent here today, no question about that. The offense has been really good, and this ball club continues to rock and roll, as we said earlier.
Yeah, again, there's just no weakness in this football team. Zero weakness.
Here comes the kickoff, and it's deep. Quinn Warren bangs it into the end zone, and it'll come out on the touchback to the 25-yard line, where Indiana will have a 1st and 10. Look, this is such new ground for Indiana football fans to deal with. There's no question you can get overhyped, but I don't think there's anything that we can say here today that would be an overhype for this football team.
No, and I think the Indiana people, because it's new to them, have been reticent on giving up the props to them. I mean, there's always a question mark. You know, UCLA is going to come in here and give them a test. Well, no, they're not. It's a good football team playing a really good football team and getting their butt kicked, and that's the way it is.
Here's the Amaliabi. He's going to hand this ball off. This time there's no place to go. Indiana's defense down there doing the job. That time on the stop, Devin Boykin once again helped out on Javian Thomas, who was the ball carrier. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
You know, even the national guys last year just felt like Ohio State and Notre Dame just dominated completely. No, they didn't. It was just a really good football team if they were better than them. But to come out and say they just killed them, no way. But again, the national media doesn't look at tapes; they just look at scores. So this is a really good football team that has got zero questions and tremendous confidence in what they're doing.
Amaliaba throws it right into the hands of Devin Boykin. He's got the pick, and Indiana gets the football back again. Another interception here this afternoon, and a new face. Devin Boykin comes up with a pick.
Yeah, Boykin's played quite a bit today and done very well. Just really pleased to see him too. Again, another man stepping up. And again, UCLA's in trouble doing what they're doing, throwing it every down. It's just hard to live like that, and Indiana makes them pay.
So out of the field comes Indiana's offense. The ball is at the 37-yard line of UCLA. Boykin's interception gives Indiana the ball back, and Indiana continues to roll. LeBron Bond splits wide to the far side of the field.
I think there is some new offensive linemen in there now, maybe.
And we may have a couple of new faces on the receiving corps, too. Here is the handoff to Kobe Martin, I believe, and he is stopped by Isaiah Chisholm. And no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, maybe a yard. We'll give them a half yard. We'll say it's a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're going to just keep the ball. I think they may throw a little bit, but it'll be passes they should complete. Keep this thing running. Let's get out of here without anybody else having any injuries.
We got Zen Michalski, Adi Demola Ajani is in the ball game along with Austin Leibfried. All of these guys are new offensive linemen in the ball game. Got a man in motion here. We'll figure out who that is. That's Jackson Wasserstrom. There's a throw out there. Catch is made. And Wasserstrom is the man who makes the grab. It's gaining about 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for IU, or make that 3rd down and 5 for IU.
Yeah, Indiana's going to have a doubleheader win today, Don. Purdue got beat by Rutgers today. So, doubleheader win for all the Hoosier families out there. Congratulations. I think this game is won for Indiana.
Evan Lawrence is another new face out there in that offensive line. So a lot of guys getting opportunities here this afternoon. Here's the snapback. Alberto going to run with it himself. He's got a 1st down to the 25-yard line and runs backwards out of bounds. Jameer Benjamin forces him out, but Indiana comes up with another 1st and 10 and another good run by Alberto Mendoza.
Yeah, I think the quarterback coach is thrilled with that. Backpedaling out of bounds means to avoid a hit. You don't want these quarterbacks getting hit too much here moving forward.
Matt Merrick is another offensive lineman new to the group out there on the field. Leibfried is the center right now. Here's a pistol look. Kobe Martin, the running back, he gets the call, goes right up the gut. spins his way forward, picks up 3 yards on the play to the 21-yard line. Jameer Benjamin makes this stop. And here's what Indiana's doing in this series. They're trying to keep possession of the football and the time, keep that clock running as much as they possibly can. That's kind of what they've been doing here most of the season, late in ball games.
Yeah, they have. And again, they're throwing the football a little bit, but there are passes that should be completed. And keeping the clock going. The clock keeps running until, even on out-of-bounds plays, until later in the half. So they still got a chance.
Now, Alberto takes the snap. Going to give it to Kobe Martin again. Breaks it on the left side this time. Almost picked up the first down, but gets stopped short, a couple of yards shy by Jameer Benjamin once again for UCLA. So Indiana's got a 3rd down and 2 coming up. The ball is resting inside the 15 at about the 16.5-yard line. And Indiana with 3rd down, letting the clock run as much as they can here.
A little short huddle there.
Yeah, that was a shorter huddle than anticipated. 3 receivers in the arrowhead formation on the right side. Now goes Wasserstrom in motion. Here's the give. Kobe Martin trying to pound his way forward. And I don't know if he got it or not. Yes, I think he
got it.
He finally did. There was a tush-push going on there by all them offensive linemen. Isaiah Chisholm makes the stop finally. And Indiana gets a 1st down.
Yeah, they ran 5 seconds off the clock after contact there just by pushing on the huddle.
So now it's down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Hoosiers. And again, huddle now. This time they're taking a little more time with it. Not as much as probably you could.
No, they're kind of medium clockwise, it looks like.
Yep. Here's Wasserstrom in motion. Here is the give to Kobe. And again, Martin carries it right up the gut. Carries for maybe 2 yards. We'll see what they put down on the clock. We're a little bit of a disadvantage here at this end of the field because we're at the other end, kind of. Kayshawn Bennett made that stop, and the ball's now marked at the 11, so the gain was 2, 2nd down and 8.
There's a little longer huddle, maybe not. They're not running it all the way down to the end of the clock, I'll say that. It's about 13, 14. They're snapping at about 8.
I think we've got a new running back in the ball game. Can't quite tell who it is. Solomon Van Horst. And he's in the pistol look, and he gets the call. Right side, pops up the middle, down to the 5, spins his way forward, gets it down to about the 2-yard line. A terrific run by the little guy. Robert Stafford made the stop in the play for the UCLA Bruins, but a great run by Solomon Van Horst.
We got a timeout here, or what do we got? Oh, penalty flag, huh?
Yep, flag is down.
Illegal formation. Offense, 5 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 2nd down.
Well, that happens a little bit when you got a lot of new guys in.
Wasserstrom comes out of the ball game for Indiana. Let's see who's in there now. Cam Jordan is in the ball game for the first time today, it looks like. Ball is back at the 16-yard line. Bond splits wide to the far side. Jordan is a wideout with him over there. One wideout to the near side. That would be Davion Chandler, the freshman. Here's the snap and the give. This is Kobe Martin. And he's not going to go very far this time. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, I take that back. He was not behind the line of scrimmage. He was just... He moved the ball about 4 yards. John Bonds makes the stop in the play because I was looking at the yard marker out there rather than where the actual yardage was, and so he's got 3rd down and 11 now. They picked up 4 in that play.
Yeah, UCLA's moving up front is causing this new offensive line a little bit more of a problem.
Austin Leibfried is the center. Alberto Mendoza, the quarterback. Here's the snap. Alberto looks to throw it, fires it to the end zone, and it's picked off. Intercepted here, and going up the field in a hurry is Lawrence Key with the pick, and he is knocked down around the 30-yard line. So Alberto Mendoza gets picked off here, and Indiana turns it over for the first time this afternoon.
Yeah, poor decision there. That was in zone defense, and threw that into double coverage. That was a tough throw to make.
That is actually the 2nd turnover by Indiana. Fernando had one in the first half. So two turnovers by Indiana in this ball game, and yet they're leading it 56-6. And we have timeout on the field. Is this break number 7 coming up here? And that'll be the case. So we will take a timeout here. This is IU football with a score 56-6. Indiana leading UCLA. Back in a moment. IU football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Today's diesel engines produce fewer emissions, achieve better fuel economy, and create more power by utilizing a high-pressure common rail system. But when combined with inferior diesel fuel, deposits can cause sticking, misfiring, and power loss. Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow contains detergency that lifts off and prevents deposits, saving diesel owners thousands of dollars in operating costs. Get more out of your engine with Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow.
The Indiana Hoosiers play here. This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
Back here at Merchants Bank Field, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. And right now it's Indiana 56, UCLA 6. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this football game. And UCLA will have the ball when we come back. Don't forget to join Coach Kurt Signetti at 7:05 on Thursday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Football, presented by Merchants Bank and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. Next show, of course, is coming Thursday. And right now, Indiana's defense goes out on the field. We're going to see a lot of new faces from the defensive side of the ball here as well. After that interception thrown by Alberto Mendoza. So both the Mendoza brothers have an interception today. And Fernando, of course, threw for a touchdown in this ball game. And Alberto's run for one. So everybody's involved.
It's a nice family dinner tonight, I would say.
The quarterback, Iamaliava, is still in there for UCLA. They're giving him all the work today. Here's a handoff, and they go to Javion Thomas, it looked like, as the running back on that play. Picks up maybe 3. We'll see where they spot it. Byron Baldwin Jr., the freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland for Indiana, comes up and makes that stop. It'll be 2nd down and 6, a gain of 4.
It's good to see him playing after all this time and getting some other guys some plays. I can't imagine UCLA is going to be quite as aggressive as they were earlier in this.
Here's a throw out here, however, and the catch is made for a run up the field. I think that was Frias. I take that back. It was actually Kyle Miller who made the catch. And they're short of the first down, 3rd down and 2. Byron Baldwin again was there to make the stop on the play.
They like Baldwin all along here, just trying to get him healthy for this year. You know, he's in a situation where, you know, that 4-game redshirt year comes into play somewhere down the line.
Right.
See what all this shakes out.
0 for 9 on 3rd down conversions today. That's amazing in itself, but they convert this one, and a tackle's finally made on the ball carrier, and that was Jaja Boyd is the man who made the stop. And a new face in there for UCLA. I think that the running back position, we'll have to check him out for in a moment. Here's the snap back. And again, a nice run made by Anthony Frias II. And he gets for a first down as he goes to the 45-yard line, or at the 44, we'll call it. Jeff Utzinger makes the tackle for Indiana. But the Bruins are moving against this group that's out there right now defensively.
Frias is a hard-running dude now. A great story about growing up wanting to be a Bruin, went someplace, and then he begged to come back. They wouldn't take him, and all of a sudden he got there and didn't play much, and now he's playing with his hair on fire every time he gets a chance.
Here's the snap. Yamaliava throws it out here in the flat. The catch is made, and that was Miller. And Kyle Miller makes the grab for about a 4 or 5 yard gain in the play. We'll say 5. The ball is going to be marked at the 39 of IU. Rylan Gandy makes the stop on the play. And so they spot the ball just across the 40. We'll call it the 39. And we're going to have timeout. This is the 2-minute timeout taken now by these two ball clubs. And we will be back with the score. 56-6, Indiana dominating UCLA this afternoon. And we'll be back with the final 2 minutes of this one in just a couple of seconds or so. We'll be back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Today's diesel engines produce fewer emissions, achieve better fuel economy, and create more power by utilizing a high-pressure common rail system. But when combined with inferior diesel fuel, deposits can cause sticking, misfiring, and power loss. Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow contains detergency that lifts off and prevents deposits, saving diesel owners thousands of dollars in operating costs. Get more out of your engine with Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership. Appreciation and respect go a very long way. A fair deal for everyone every day. Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make your day whatever you design. IU Credit Union believes you can chase and dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Sometimes in life, you're dealt a bad day. So when disaster strikes, call your MVP, your most valuable partner, Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration. Whether it's your home or business that's hit with water, fire, or mold damage, Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration is the team to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit our Indy location page at custom.us. Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration, official sponsor of Indiana University Athletics.
Welcome back to the Rock Memorial Stadium. Indiana right now dominating UCLA 56-6 this afternoon as this Hoosier Ball Club is about to pick up their 8th win without defeat and enhance their number 2 ranking in the country as they continue to prove to people that they are for real. And right now, timeout on the field. We'll give you an opportunity one more time here. Finney Hospitality Group, owner of Yogi, Social Cantina, The Tap, and Smokeworks. They proudly support IU Athletics. Join us at the local spots to celebrate every victory. Go Hoosiers. A lot of the crowd has filed out of here today as they know this Indiana football team has got this one in the bag. And they have had this one pretty much in the bag ever since about the end of the first quarter.
Well, it certainly has been an entertaining day for everybody. A lot of good stuff out there, defense, offense. Just a really fun and a really appropriate ending this game. I mean, you talked about a team that owned this UCLA team, and I hope they can finish it off here and not let them get in the end zone, but you know, whatever happens here, Indiana has really earned a nice victory here.
Cole or Anthony Frias II is in there as the running back, and he gets the handoff, tries to go up the middle, and this time he gets stuffed. He goes nowhere. Lost a yard on the play as he's back across the 40-yard line now. The ball will be spotted just shy of the 40, and so it'll be 3rd down now and about 6.
They just, without their quarterback making plays, Don, I just can't, they just haven't been able to do anything.
Andrew DePape, a name we've not said before. He made the tackle on that
play. For Indiana?
Yes. Had not said his name previously this year. They send Kyle Miller to the far side of the field, 2 receivers to the near. Iamaliava ready to take the snap, and a flag goes down, and that means illegal procedure against UCLA.
Offense number 72, 5-yard penalty.
This is not the UCLA team that played against
Penn State
or Michigan State, for that matter. I mean, just have not done what they have been.
The penalty includes a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 107, and the clock will start on my signal.
8 penalties today, 83 yards for UCLA in this ball game.
Yeah, the 10-second runoff is more important than the 5 yards.
Correction, UCLA is using its timeout to save the 10-second runoff.
Okay.
Timeout UCLA. They're first for the half.
Why?
Please reset the game clock to 117.
Because you have
clock
to.
Will start on a snap. Thank you.
You have to do it, but boy, oh boy.
Well, here we go. Now we have to wait, right? The referee is...
Now what are we doing?
I guess they're calling for a timeout.
Oh, yeah, I have to wait for the timeout, 30 seconds or whatever.
Well,
they're calling a full one.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep it here from that perspective. We don't have any timeouts remaining as far as breaks that we need to get commercials in, except for this. Indiana fans, it's time to step up your game day style with Collars & Company, proud partner of Hoosiers Athletics, and from our firm collar polos to sharp dress shirts and sleek quarter zips, Collars & Company has everything you need to look sharp and feel confident. Whether you're at Memorial Stadium or heading out after the game, show your Hoosier pride and elevate your style. Shop now at collarsandcompany.com and use code Hoosiers20 for 20% off today. I don't know why Collars & Company wouldn't just give us a shirt just to check it out. I mean, really, Buck, do you think we ought to get one of those?
I'm not begging for anything.
I'm not begging.
But I also am not turning down anything either.
Well, Buck, this Indiana football team continues to prove that they are something for real in the sense of Indiana football being where we would like it to have been for a long time, and it just hasn't been there. But all of a sudden, in a year and a half, it's turned that way.
Well, the new era of college football, Vanderbilt's undefeated. Virginia is one of the best teams in the country. It's happening not just here in Bloomington. Indiana's probably doing it the best, but this new era is going to open up so many things. It's going to eliminate, I think, a lot of programs from ever being any good if they can't keep up with all the stuff that's going on. Legislation is changing everything daily and hourly. Basketball is playing G players coming back from NBA basketball to be able to eligible. This thing is not done yet, and it's going to be a mess. Indiana's taken advantage of it for 2 years here now. Enjoy it, because it's not going to be the same next year or the year after that. Yeah. It's just a mess, and I hope college football and basketball comes out of it okay, because right now it could end up being awful.
There's no doubt, and here's the other thing about it, Buck, too, is if you have to give Scott Dolson a lot of credit.